Oh yeah! Foam cannon fun. Hopefully everybody got to enjoy that video. Hopefully this is coming in good. It feels like it's a little dark in here right now, so I do apologize. Hope everybody has a great weekend, had a great Mother's Day. I understand if not a lot of people are here today because they're spending time with their family. Today we were at Disney World today. We were at Epcot this evening, and we just generally hung out today. Nothing busy at all today. So that's generally what we did. Hopefully everybody had a good time, and hopefully everybody could see my foam gun comparison between the Torque foam cannon from Chemical Guys versus the cheap old Walmart Carrand foam gun. Both of you guys got to see the results. Hopefully you like them. I've been honestly thinking about changing the thumbnail, though, make it a little bit more cut and dry so you would see these literally side by side with prices and everything. I feel like the foam gun comparison did a lot better views-wise than this is doing right now. I feel like the views are pretty weak on this, so I don't know if I'm going to change it up or not. Please let me know in the comments below later on if you think I should change it to just having, the two foam guns like this pictured side by side versus me holding the foam gun. So, I don't want to confuse anybody. That's one thing I was really concerned about. I was like, I hope this doesn't confuse anybody and people are like just skipping by because they don't know what I'm talking about. So I was kind of worried about that, and I'm thinking about possibly changing it to a standard where you see them literally side by side in a picture and just have a title on the actual thumbnail. So it can help people, maybe down the road want to view it. So hopefully everybody's having a great day. What's going on, guys? How y'all all doing there? What's up? I saw a lot of people writing me this afternoon. I've had a lot of private messages and stuff like that, and asking me if I'm gonna have live streams. I'm like, yeah. We started at Disney World and went to Epcot, and we had some food, did all that stuff, and then we just got home a little while ago. So I had some Taco Bell, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get online now because I had a couple people writing me. So, but bear with me, it's not sooner, but you know how it is. So how is everybody doing this fine day? What do you should do a paint correction ceramic coat on the GTR. Nicholas, I'm way ahead of you, buddy. I already have it. I have CarPro's. It's CarPro C Quartz UK 3.0, but I need an entire weekend to get it done. To this weekend was completely. It's pouring. It was pouring today. I mean, complete thunderstorm here. Obviously, it would have been terrible, and it was Mother's Day yesterday. My wife had to work, so I had to watch my son. Didn't have time. It was all cloudy too yesterday. So I'm hoping next weekend when I'm home alone, I'll be able to knock it out for you guys. Again, it takes a long time because paint correction takes a couple hours, usually at least, depending on how bad these things are. And I want to make sure it's absolutely perfect before I put any paint correction on, or the ceramic coating on. So please bear with me. I do have this stuff. It's just that, again, I need time. When you do that kind of stuff, like when I bought the GTR, I bought it used, as you guys know, last January. It took me 7 hours to paint correct it, 7 hours to make it perfect again. And that takes a long time. So I need an entire day. I can't be bothered, that kind of thing. It's really hard when you're a parent, obviously. So I needed a lot of stuff. We went to, about getting my wife something, we went to Norway in Epcot, and they have a special perfume there that she really likes. So we went ahead and picked up some perfume, and it came with a bag. It came with a lotion, all that stuff for it was like $100. So that's what we got. What's up, Matthew? I see you all there. Hey, Chad, I was waiting for the Sunday chat. Yeah, all I wanted to do was get out here sooner, but of course, with Mother's Day, I was going to spend some time with her, obviously, and that's what we did. Are you going to get rid of the swirls in the GTR? No, I'd rather just leave them in there and permanently put the ceramic coating on top. It's sunny and hot here in Texas. No, it was not. Definitely not that today. It was actually really nice because of the rain. It was like it's still raining outside right now, like a light drizzle or whatever. So it's really nice, and it kept the temperature well into like the upper 70s. So it wasn't bad at all. But earlier in the week, we were in the mid 90s again, and I'm like, here we go. It's almost that time. You know what I mean? What's up, Carlos? Would you be willing to do a test of the orbital polishers you can get at Walmart? I don't know, Dylan. That's probably a little bit more money that I really want to spend. Unless somebody was donating to me, I really don't want to spend that kind of money on buying more polishers. They're very expensive when you start getting into them. I know you're talking about the Walmart one, but like to give you an idea of like a Roop's Bigfoot, or let's say a Flex, and those things are talking $300 to $400. These are not toys that you just throw around in. And yeah, they're high quality, but I don't have that kind of money. I do have that money, but I'm not willing to throw hundreds of dollars at it and stuff like that. What's up, Racer's Edge? How you doing? Racer's Edge is one of my big donators. Like it seems like almost every stream he's donated. He's Mr. Moneybags. So maybe you can talk to Mr. Racer's Edge, and he can send down some foam or not foam guns. God, DA polishers down here for some testing. Another stream, of course. Would you film it? Of course I would film it. Paint correction is a long process. You want it done right. It is a long process, but when it gets done right, it will last you a good year. And that's a good thing. This time it won't take near as long as the original time because there's just light little hair swirls in it, just like basic stuff from over, let's say I bought it last January. So it hasn't been done since last January. So we're pushing about a year and a half now. So it won't take near as long, though, I'll tell you that. Was Disney packed? No, because of the rain. I mean, it was complete thunderstorm on the way there today. It was rain the entire time we were there, at least a light rain. So the locals don't go in the rain. They just refuse to. They say, I got my season pass. I'm not going to go. So it was really nice. Think it's necessary to buy a designated wheelchair when you're going to end up agitating with soap and a soft a wheel cleaner. It helps remove a lot of the things, makes it loosens up a lot of the baked on brake dust and stuff like that. It definitely does help a lot. If you have some of the newer ones that have iron remover, that's another good stuff for us. So like the McGuire's Ultimate will actually remove the iron particles and stuff like that. There's a couple wheel cleaners that will get rid of that. I have also noticed that when I have my old 91 Prelude, which I still don't have, we're not going to go there. But anyways, my son downstairs, he's making a lot of noise. And well, when I had it is that I had such baked on brake dust that I couldn't even get it off with just a regular soap and sponge and stuff like that. I used the Eagle One A to Z, and it literally got it all out, or almost all of it. Let's just say 90% of it. And now it's just like, oh my God. So yeah, a brake cleaner will help, especially if it's really baked on and stuff like that. Because you just soap a microfiber mitt, should be in the trash. Use dish soap on my microfiber. They won't do anything to it, Hydro. It shouldn't do anything to it. I mean, it's just going to strip any waxes and stuff out of there. They took up my car today, washed it last time, washed it April 26th when the body shop washed it. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't touch it other than that. I keep getting all that. So I have, for all you guys that don't know, my Prelude is over in a suburb of Tampa called Wesley Chapel. My blue Prelude, and I dropped it off 2 weeks ago. And they're finally getting around to the 5-speed swap. Well, it's almost done now. He's been literally updating me with at least 10 or 15 pictures a day of what so he takes some of the parts off that I brought him I brought him the entire 5-speed swap. Said, here's everything I bought off the guy that I bought the swap from. He literally is sanding it all down, putting in all the stuff back together. He's a pro mechanic over there, but during the evenings, he does a lot of work on the side. And he specializes in Preludes. So he's like, I've removed all the bolts. I've done everything. I've got rid of all the rust off them and everything. So he's like, he said, I'm going to put the wiring back together tomorrow, and everything's basically done for it. And I'm like, nice. So we're there. He showed me all the pictures. It looks exquisite under the hood now. He just fixed everything. And he going in there, he's like, you need to fix this. I went ahead and fix this for you. Hope you don't mind. So the 5-speed swap will be done soon. He said, you'll never know that it was originally an automatic Prelude when I'm done with this. He said it will be completely mint condition. So I'm like, sweet. So it's really good to finally find somebody like that. Too bad it's all the way in Tampa. But, you know, for an hour and 15-minute drive, it's worth it for me. What's up, Daniel? What's up, Ranger? Hobby use producer. Try Rev Automotive Breakaway. Yeah, I have that stuff for sure already. Had a question. I went to buy some coverall tire dressing, and they were out. My question is, what are the products in still stores over there? I heard there was a good product. What kind of tire product would you want? I mean, there's always tire gels or tire creams. There's just aerosol cans. That's the difference is there. I mean, your gels and your creams are going to last you far longer than aerosol cans, but the aerosol can is going to give you a brighter shine than either one of them. Opinion on washing car with a brush. Ooh, I wouldn't do that, man. Honestly, just get yourself a nice wool mitt or a nice microfiber mitt, and always switch the mitts out every 5 to 6 months. So you really don't want to have anything built up in there. Don't drop it on the ground. You don't want to have that accidentally pick it back up and have just, you know, debris from your ground in there. If you feel like that, just go pick up another mitt. They're $4 or $5. How much is your car's paint worth when you're putting all those swirls into it? Just, you know, throw it away or use it for like a wheel brush only, like clean your wheels with it. You tried Geon products? No, I haven't, buddy. What's up, Ryan? I see you up in here. How was your week? It went by pretty fast, honestly. I can't remember much of it. Literally, it's the same thing every day. I show up to work Monday through Friday, and I don't know. I don't really pay that much attention. I just show up and do it. I do have 2 videos already done for you. I have a Gauge NIST. He sent a Sonax wheel tire gel to my P.O. box a couple weeks ago. I finally got around to testing that out. That's on my GTR. That will be out this week. 303 Products sent me their new rubber and tire cleaner. So basically, it gets rid of the browning on your tires and stuff like that. I tested that out. That'll be on tomorrow's video. So you got 2 more videos right there ready to go. I got to make a side-by-side video today or sometime this week for you guys for like a Wednesday video. And Tuesday we'll announce the winners of the Stoner Car Care Big Bucket thing. So you'll see the winners on that. So there's a few things that are definitely coming out here and going from there. It's funny because like on the Stoner Car Care thing, I have people that that's why I don't do many giveaways, to be real with you guys one-on-one. I don't do many giveaways because you have the cockroaches that, let's say, that come out of the woodwork, and as soon as a giveaway comes on, they're like, oh, hey, I've been wanting, hey, I want this stuff, and it really gets to you because these people have never watched your stuff before. And that's why I will never title any video a giveaway now. You'll never see a video titled something giveaway, like 21,000, 22,000 subscriber giveaway. You'll never see it with me. So that way you guys who are true subscribers and true fans will watch it. And then if you watch it all the way through the end, you'll see there's a giveaway at the end, and then that's okay. But I will never, ever, ever put in the title anymore that there's a giveaway, because I don't want the people, because I was having for a long time, way back in the day when I did giveaways every 1,000. All they would do is literally search for giveaways, and then they would comment and stuff like that. I'm not lying. I would see some of these people. So I click on their profile, and if they had their YouTube thing open, you can see their history. Their history was every single thing they watched and they commented on was of some giveaway. You say makeup giveaway, this giveaway, that giveaway, that giveaway. And that's all these people were doing. So I literally stopped doing giveaways cold turkey. I just said it's not worth it anymore. And it was inflating the numbers of subscribers that weren't even watching my channel. And I just said, if I ever do a giveaway, it will not be titled a giveaway. And I have never done any since. So if any giveaway you guys see, it's only because you guys watched to the end. What was the absolute worst product you ever bought, and did you contact the company afterwards? I don't contact any companies afterwards. I just put out the reviews, and then I've had a lot of companies see my stuff before, and I do know that they've reached out to me and they've seen it, but I don't contact companies. What's up, man? Foam Fridays are awesome. Thanks, man, David. I really do appreciate that. When are you getting the Prelude back? I want to see some videos on that one. The blue one, I'm hoping is going to be picked up either next weekend or sometime after that. Like, he literally sent me everything. He said the only thing he was waiting on was actually, what's it called? A bracket. So what it is I bought a transmission the whole 5-speed swap off of a wrecked Prelude. And I went down there to West Palm Beach to pick it up. Everything's in West Palm Beach. It's the funniest thing. Anyways, I picked it up down there, and they gave me everything. Well, I didn't know some of the brackets had been broken, or they would just been, they were rotted out or whatever. Some of the mounts were bad, so he had to buy new mounts for it. He said I was missing a couple bolts for it. He said that was no big deal. He said there's a transmission bracket that wasn't even there, so he had to custom order. He had to order one. He had to put in a couple different things and change a few things. And obviously, he had to put in the clutch, new flywheel in it. Of that kind of stuff, this wear and tear, obviously, because who knows what kind of condition it was in, and while it's off, you always replace it. He's already sent me the pictures. Everything's bolted in. Everything's good to go. It looks spotless under there, but he's doing a lot of other minor things while he has my car. He was looking at my suspension. He was looking at the rear taillights. One of the taillight wasn't lighting up. He's doing a few other things, waiting on that last bracket to come in so he can finally shut it all down and go ahead and start it up and make sure everything runs good. So that's where it's at right now. But literally, he sends me before and after pictures. These parts are nasty, and then he shows me the pictures before he installs them, and they're completely spotless and clean. And you're like, oh my God. He said, I take such pride in my work. He's like, I hope you don't mind me taking more time. And I'm like, no. Take as much time as you want, but at least I know something's getting done. Where the white Prelude, and I told him, I said, when I pick up my blue Prelude, I might be renting a truck with a trailer and just trailering the white car over there to Tampa, just dropping it off and saying, do what you need to do, because these people are so lazy here in Kissimmee. I'm so glad it's worth an hour and 15-minute drive to go over there and have it done the right way by somebody who actually wants to work. Picked up some Thoroughfare interior detailer. Yeah, it's really good stuff, actually, Races Edge. As a matter of fact, if you guys got to see my Instagram today, I had posted up 303's fabric guard on my son's stroller. Like, the fabric guard makes it completely waterproof. It's the coolest thing. So it was raining at Disney World today. There's it just beads up like it was wax job and just rolled off the top. It's the coolest thing ever. And I soaked his whole stroller with it last year. And so anytime it rains, it just kind of rolls off everything. Even where he sits, it's completely soaked. I left it outside in the garage for like 2 days straight, completely soaked it. And the thing is completely waterproof. Matter of fact, Melissa from 303, who runs their Instagram, she reposted the image, and that was really cool of her to do that. So she was impressed. So she saw it. That was good. So I want to get a 350Z, but my dad thinks the insurance is going to be high. Is this true? If you're young, any two-door car is going to be expensive, Nicholas. Any two-door car. It doesn't matter what it is. They're going to consider it a sports car, and you're going to get screwed. I will tell you that right now. Truck, a 4-door car. You can have probably like a 4-door like STI, and it's probably going to be cheaper than a 2-door car. For some reason, two-door cars, they will bend you over backwards on because they think it's a sports car and you're going to drive it like a maniac. But yet if you have, even if you have like a BMW, like a M4 or something, or you know what I mean, like a M5, it would probably be cheaper insurance than a two-door because they're like, oh, it's a four-door, it's safe, you know. And then my car only had like 160 horsepower. I still remember I was 17 when I bought my first car on my own, and it was a Chevy Beretta. So it was a two-door 1993 Chevy Beretta, and the insurance on that by myself was $210 a month. My payment was only $229. And then after a couple months, my dad put me on his insurance, and then I had to pay whatever. The insurance went up, and it was down to $160. So it saved a lot of money going under my dad's insurance. But this was back in the late 90s, so I know what you're talking about. Now I'll give you an example, Nicholas. My Nissan GTR, for 6 months, I paid in 6 month blocks at a time. It's $740 for 6 months at a time for the Nissan GTR. So it's just the way it goes. Eventually, I will take care of the Prelude, but again, it all comes down to money. I mean, you know, I have a lot of people, I have a lot of comments, and you'll get a lot of snark comments on some of my stuff. So I act like I kind of like be a little bit obnoxious back on those comments about the rust. And because the first 5 years of that Blue Prelude's life, it was in upstate New York, in Syracuse, New York. So it had to deal with a little salt and snow and all that stuff. And I didn't know that when I bought it. And then, of course, over the years, the rust started creeping through on the back. So when you have those, like, you know, snarky comments and stuff like that on YouTube, I just pop right back at them. I'm not scared to go back at them. And I just let them know, like, hey, feel free to donate right below, because I guarantee you that's going to be about $2,000. Cut the rust out, refill it in with the metal again, and then completely repaint it again to stock, a nice blue again. It's probably $2,000 or more. So that's why I always just mess with people when they give me these rude snark comments about it. I'm like, well, fine, open your wallet, you know, go for it. And then they instantly shut up and they never comment again. And that to me is fine. So it works out. What do you think I can paint my car? Do you think I can paint correct my car with a watermark polisher? That I don't know, Vincente. I don't know about their stuff. Again, I use a Grillo's Garage 6-inch GA polisher. It's $150. If you want quality that's a lifetime warranty with it, I would definitely go with that over Walmart any day of the week. Need to be 25 and up to get cheap insurance. Yeah, I guess I only noticed a small decrease in insurance. I'll be real with you. You know what I know what's funny, guys? My 2001 Honda Prelude costs more per month, if you broke it down, than my wife's brand new Toyota Sienna. How is a car that is 17 years old costing more insurance-wise than a 2017 Toyota Sienna minivan, which was far more than the Honda Prelude was when it was brand new? But yet they consider the Prelude, I guess the Prelude, a higher risk vehicle than the actual Toyota minivan. I don't know. And the minivan has way more power. So the Prelude came with 195 horsepower back then. The minivan has 295 horsepower. The minivan's fully loaded. We're talking about all touchscreen, leather, everything, you name it, it has it. The Prelude is just cloth seats. I mean, but the fact that the Progressive Insurance says that my Blue Prelude costs more to insure than the minivan is just outrageous. So I understand where you guys are coming from. Please understand that, because I see it and I laugh too. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me, really? And the white Prelude is dirt cheap to insure, dirt cheap. Would you recommend the microfiber? Yeah, for sure. Poo Panda, I don't think you'll have any problem with the microfiber mitts. I have about 3 or 4 of them. Just switch them out about every 5 months, Poo Panda. Just keep switching them out because they're so cheap. Switch them out and rotate them and rotate them and rotate them. It's probably considered a sports car. Yeah. The funny thing is, I bet, guys, we could put the Prelude head-to-head versus the minivan. The minivan would probably win in a drag race. I'm not lying. That minivan is so fast. It's ridiculous because 295 horsepower in a minivan, it gets up and goes pretty fast. What's your favorite item from Taco Bell? Some type of like a cheesy layer, like taco or whatever you want to call it. Has like a cheesy on the side and all that. Like is it a gordita? I don't know. You guys know for sure. I don't know. Older Arc has less safety, soft. But the thing is with that one, the 91 Prelude is dirt cheap. It comes up to like, I want to say it's $300 or $400 over 6 months for the white Prelude. And the thing is, guys, I don't get cheap insurance, okay? When I was younger, I got cheaper insurance, but now that I'm older, I have a much higher policy. It's stacked, so basically I have over $1 million something in coverage. Let's say if somebody tried to sue me, you'd have like $1 million something in coverage. I mean, I have towing, I have roadside assistance on there, I have a $300,000 policy on each car. You know, I have full coverage, so even if these cars were stolen, I'd get paid for them. I mean, I don't cheap out when it comes to insurance because I've had 2 cars broke into when I was younger. One was at work. They just broke the back window for no reason. They threw a beer bottle through it. Theft was really high at that building I was at up in Jacksonville, Florida, and so I've always carried full insurance because of it. You know what I mean? Armor All wax wipes. I don't know, Brandon. I would say there's a lot better wipes. Honestly, just get spray wax. Just get a spray wax. If you're even considering Armor All's wax wipes, just get some spray wax. Just don't even take the chance. Get spray wax. It doesn't matter. Meguiar's Ultimate, Mother's Speed, Turtle Spray, Ice Spray Wax. You're going to have a better time. I guarantee it. Do you remember me from last stream? Yeah, Matthew, a little bit for sure. I mean, I'm not the best with names, guys. I will tell you that right now. I know we only have a small audience tonight. Normally, we have about 60, 70, so we have a much smaller audience today. It's probably because of Mother's Day and because it's late at night, and I understand that. But yeah, Matthew, I definitely remember that name. But I'm a little sketchy on some names. I'm an old man now, but I've never been good with names. Meguiar's better than Chemical Guys. Overall, yes. Chemical Guys, though, has some very good products. But all Chemical Guys also has a lot of hype to them and have a lot of watered down products where Meguiar's is a much smaller line. And because of that, I feel like their products overall are better. Do you have car insurance with your home insurance? No. The home insurance is through a whole different place. Car insurance is through Progressive. Lucas Speed Spray Wax is very good. Walmart Livestream. Well, we still have about 3 more products that I got to go through in the bag, so it could be a little while. How old are you? You look very early 30s. I'm 38 years old. I'm getting older. Did they ever make a Prelude SI? Yes, my white Prelude from 1991 is a Honda Prelude SI. It's the 91 Honda Prelude SI, so it came with all the bells and whistles that you could have had. It has a sunroof. It had all the bells, you know, anything that you wanted, your cruise control, your sunroof, your power, everything. I have that model, but that car has been sitting over there I drove by it. It was moved this week. I looked at it. It has been moved. It was parked in front of the shop. So I was like, okay, well, maybe they're working on it. But I'm at the point now where when I go to pick up the blue Prelude, if the white one's not done, I'll pay him for whatever part he put in there because the guy's super lazy. He's some foreign guy, super lazy, and doesn't want to work clearly. He just wants those easy, I put a new starter and here's your car. Have fun. Pay me $5 million. But for this electrical issue, he clearly doesn't want to mess with it, even though he said he would. So I'm ready to get it back, take it over there because the guy that I have it on right now, he's working outside of his home. He has a custom 3rd gen Prelude. I think it's like an 89. That everything inside of it is customized. When he opened the hood, you're like, oh my God, like everything is done. And he said, I knew everything from front to back. He said, I will gladly fix absolutely everything in that white car. So I said, bring it over here. And I'm like, done. Because once the white cars have been fixed up, it could just use, you know, a little cheap little Mako paint job. And that would be in mint condition. It would look really good because everything works on it. So it's like, what else would you need with it? You know what I mean? What's the best Chemical Guys car soap for a black car? I would not tell you to go with Chemical Guys. Meguiar's Gold Class will blow away Chemical Guys. Don't even buy their stuff. Don't even buy their car washes, buddy. Out early nights. Yeah, that's what I figured. I figured a lot of people were going to be getting out early tonight, so I do apologize. I'm sorry that I started later, but of course it was Mother's Day, so I was spending time with the wife. Have you ever tried coverall dressing? I don't think I have. Have you ever gotten a chance to try out Rev Automotive Car Shampoo? No, Matthew. I haven't. He's never sent it to me. I've just, you know, he told me he was going to send me some more stuff, but he never actually sent me any more. And, you know, that's the way it goes. And now he did send me the banner. So we do definitely talk still on private messenger, you know, an instant message back and forth. But no, he's never sent me their car wash at all. You know, it's just the way it goes. It's whatever they send me to make reviews on, that's what I do. And that's what he does. Now, I do really like their Neo Armor. So the Neo Armor comes with a clay block. So what you do is while you're spraying it on there, use the clay block. So basically the Neo Armor is not only a spray sealant, but it's also the lubricant for the clay block. So you're actually removing all the decontamination. At the same time, you're applying a spray on sealant, which is really easy. So you're not going to have 2 birds with 1 stone. And it really works good. That is no lie. I have it on my wife's minivan. It got rained on now. It's starting to fade, but I put it on last summer, and that sucker is almost a year now. Great spray on sealant. Neo Armor from Rev Auto is great. What is your opinion on the California duster? No, Racer's Edge, I wouldn't do that because you're trapping dirt, any debris, then you're dragging it across the top of your paint, okay? All it's doing, where's all that stuff going to go? Well, now it's trapped up in there, and now you're just dragging that across your paint. No, don't do that, man. Don't do that. Good, Matthew, good. So you guys you did get to try the Neo Armor. Again, it's a great way for you to try that stuff out. It's a good all-purpose cleaner that comes all-purpose. Are you talking about like a like I've used some of Masterson's all-purpose cleaner. I've used one or two others, and I actually use Masterson's all over my shoes, and so I use it on my shoes, and they really cleaned it up on my shoes as well. I forgot the exact name of it. I don't know, but I tried it out, and it was actually really good. Again, I use it on my shoes. I've used it on the interior of the car. The good thing about it, like you said, it's all-purpose, so it's not going to hurt anything. It's not going to tear any of your stuff up, which is great. Can you do a live stream at Walmart? Show us how they are right now. But no, I'm not going to do it right now, Z-Mag. I'm home for the night, buddy. Pearl Palette Degreaser, Spray 9 is awesome. Yeah, there's a lot of products that I've personally never tried out there. But if you're looking for the automotive side, these are ones that I've tried. What else did I try that was all-purpose cleaner? I know I've tried more, but I just can't remember off the top of my head right now. Do you still use Mother's California? I'm actually all out of it, Garcia, but that is a very, very good soap. But yes, I'm all out of it, but I agree it's a very, very good soap. It's one of my top picks that if any day all the week, Meguiar's Gold Class. As a matter of fact, Meguiar's Gold Class, from the video that I made the other day, that's what's left of it. So there's a little bit of the soapy water mixture still in there, but I used the other one. And what I didn't show you guys, hold on, I'm trying to get it. Here's the Carrand. So I use this all up, the suds that were in here, because I did, of course, I washed the GTR while I was out there. What you did is after I had the soap all over the car, I used my mitt. So I shot the mitt full of soap, and then I would go over the car like that. And then I would, of course, dip it in the clear water bucket, and then I would shoot the mitt again full of suds. Remember, there's still suds on the car that's dripping off slowly from when I first went over that section, and then I would come back over like this with it. And that's how I actually washed the GTR the other day. I gotta go. I'll be back for like 40 minutes. Thanks so much, Matthew, for stopping by. Is it true that you can wash your car every day? Why would it damage your car's paint for? If you're using proper car soap, you should never. It'll never damage your stuff. I've many times that you see my videos, I've literally washed the car 3 or 4 times in that 1 week alone. But I got to have the car good looking, or I'm testing different things. Right now, she has the minivan. I have 0 Preludes here to test out on. So the only thing I've been testing on lately is the GTR, because it's the only vehicle I've had. So I've been washing the GTR. I think I washed it 3 times this week. So, it's whatever in the end. Is there much difference between Mother's M-Tech and their Carrand wash? The M-Tech is harder to find. I think the M-Tech is supposed to be like their cheaper lineup versus their regular. I still like the Carrand wash from the California Gold version. I really like that stuff a lot. O'Reilly's has a $49.9. I got the. I've tried it before. I didn't have any real issues with it, but I still think I like the California Gold one a lot more overall. It just comes in that big bucket thing, and it's really, really thick, good suds, good lubricity. It's a really good over-the-counter 2-bucket thing. Adams, I would say Adams overall is probably about a solid A to B plus to A company. I've never had any issues with them. The products that I personally tried, I've never had any issues with them. Maybe some of them could have been a little bit better, but none of them were terrible. You know what I mean? So they were all solid products. I wish maybe a little bit of lubricity here, a little bit of change here, but none of them were bad by any means. It's not like I went in there and was like, oh, these things suck. I never had any of those experiences. But I was like, oh, these are pretty good stuff. You know what I mean? Could you get the same results from some of the over-the-counter products like Meguiar's or something like that? Probably. They're probably right along the line of Meguiar's, maybe just a hair better sometimes. But overall, I didn't see a massive difference. I didn't see a huge runaway difference between the two. Would you watch the video on the Honda Grom? I did make a video with the Honda Grom wash, but that was with my old camera. It was really windy that day, and it ended up being so shh in the background. And the funny thing is, when we're outside, you don't hear that, but the camera picks up everything, and it makes it sound terrible. So I never uploaded that video. I was just like, it literally was like a throwaway video. I just threw it away. I didn't even upload it because it wasn't worth it, because it was so windy that day. And even though for me and you, it feels great, it's nice outside and no big deal, these camera microphones are so sensitive that it distorts the sound so bad. And I can't stand that. I don't want to watch somebody's video where you hear shh the whole time in the whole video. I would click off it immediately. And I didn't want you guys to have the same problem. Adams is better than Chemical Guys for by far. I've tried it on my house. Okay. Hi, how you doing, Jazz Squinar? Sorry about that. Jazz, that will work fine. Are you going to be like my name is Jazz, the little boy that now is suddenly a girl? I don't know. I don't know. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Volkswagens. Personally, I like my Japanese cars. They last longer and they're cheaper and they're more reliable. That's what I like. I'm a dude. Well, Jazz was a dude too, and now he's a girl. He had a sex change, and now he's a girl. So you can do it too. Oh, yeah, Pooh. For sure. They're still down here. The box is still down here. I haven't even moved them because I'm saving all that stuff for, of course, when I do the paint correction, the ceramic coating on the car. So that's why I haven't moved it, because that's the only reason I bought them for was for the polishing and paint correction. And then I would be like, okay, now I'll use it. But I wanted to make sure they were completely mint. The same thing happened when I first bought the GTR. I bought a ton of, I think it was a 6 or 12 pack of really high-end microfiber towels when I bought the GTR. So I knew they were spotless. They didn't have any contaminants in them whatsoever. So I wouldn't get any scratches in the paint. And that's what I used. And then, of course, I washed them and put them in the regular cycle. But for that first time, I was like, no way. Coca. Right now, it's just Pepsi. Taco Bell only uses Pepsi. So, yes, I went to Taco Bell and got some stuff. Clay bar, clay block, it's up to you, buddy. It's clay bars are the old school traditional with you squish them into a little patty. A clay block is the new stuff. It's all synthetic. It's a lot easier. You can do a lot more with them. A lot more cars, that is. If you drop it on the ground, you just kind of wash it off, put some spray detailer on it, wash it all the way off, and you're good. You drop the clay bar on the ground, you're probably going to have to throw it away because you can't pick all the little pebbles and stuff out of there. So that's where you really want to do it. What's up, Aaron? How you doing, buddy? No, I didn't offend Jazz at all. Jazz doesn't care. Jazz is still hanging in there with us. What did you get from Taco Bell? It was 2 hard tacos and some, I think it was a cheesy gordita. Something like that. And then obviously the Pepsi. Thoughts on washing a car with dish soap to remove it all? I've done it before. Brandon. I say you can do it if you want. Now I actually have a paint prep from Griot's, which strips all silicone, waxes, and everything. That's what I use on the car. If you've got to see some of my more recent videos when I do the head-to-head challenges, before I mentioned that I usually use the Griot's Garage paint prep to remove all the waxes before I do a head-to-head challenge. So that way, the test bed is sterile. It hasn't had any wax on it or whatsoever. And basically I strip all the wax off and then I come back and actually apply waxes on the video. But that's what I always use. Whoa, Alex is here. I haven't seen Alex in a long time because you hang out there in Germany too much. Hey, Chad, long time no see, buddy. I've just been working 7 days a week. Oh, man, I understand. Don't worry about it. Real life over hanging out with the bros. For ladies, if there's any ladies with us tonight. I don't think there is any ladies tonight with us. But yeah, I totally understand, man. I mean, I don't know what you still do for a living, but I totally understand. Are you afraid that robot is going to take over your job in the next few years? No. I'm going to try to put a dish soap in my foam can. Go for it, Jazz. Hello from Missouri. Doc's in the house. Yeah, Doc is in the house. She's downstairs right now. How can you get stains out of cloth seats? You're probably going to have some type of all-purpose cleaner. And then you could also come back with that interior cleaner after that. But probably going to need an all-purpose cleaner to get that out. Find some APC all-purpose cleaner and then go from there. You'll get in a bottle and you'll dilute it in a regular spray bottle, like one ounce of the actual cleaner for 10 ounces of water, and then try that and go from there. And then a lot of times what you like to do is get an either a wet rag, microfiber towel, whatever you want, because it's in your car seat, and soak it in there. Really try and pull it up with the damp, and then come back with another towel and just try and wipe off the excess. What is your go-to leather cleaner and conditioner? Mother's VLR is very good. I like their stuff a lot. Meguiar's is pretty good though too. I like theirs. Masterson's, I've had really good luck with their stuff when I tried it on my cars. Stoner Car Care had really good luck with their stuff, with their leather cleaner. A little bit harder to get, but so is some of the online products. And I haven't had any problems with those at all. Just open a foam can would be interesting to see. I'm sure it'll work, but I don't want to test it on my GTR. Because right now, the GTR is the only thing I have. It's funny, when I made the Eagle One video the other day, it was so cloudy and hazy that day. Normally, I would have never made a video on a cloudy, hazy day because it ruins the quality of the videos. But I was like, nah, it's a foam cannon video. At least you get to see if the foam works or not. But what it does is that hides the luster of the paint or any swirls, and all that stuff gets hidden in a cloudy day. And it just makes it look dull and dingy in the videos. So I normally don't do it, but for the foam cannon, it really didn't matter in the end. We got to actually have some fun for Foam Friday. What is your favorite brand of car product? The thing is, all companies make really good products that I like. So it's really hard to determine just one company that just is amazing. You know what I mean? Like Limitless Car Care. Every product that he sent me, every single one was a solid A product. The same goes for Wax Gods. Every product that Wax Gods sent me, solid A product. These are smaller online companies. They donated their stuff to me, sent it to me for a review, and I was absolutely blown away. Now you get to some of the bigger companies, and because they get kind of stretched out with more products, they'll have a huge lineup of great products, and then they might have one or two duds down here. And that's what generally happens. Then you get to the big, extreme, overloaded companies like, say, Chemical Guys. You have a lot of good products, but then you have so many watered-down copycat products that it kind of hurts it. It's funny, like if you talk to any like pro detailer, there's a lot of hate. There's a lot of hate for like Chemical Guys. It's really bad. But you know, that's just what happens. I think you just, when you over expand, where if you stay in the smaller companies, you can really make sure the products stay really good and not try and like, okay, what if we put one more ounce in there? How much product would we save? We save 50 cents more per bottle. Okay, well, what would that be for our bottom line? Oh, an extra $100,000 a year? Let's make it happen. And I think a lot of these companies do that. They literally have to go into the bottom line. How much product do they put in there per how many things of water in there for the mixture? Well, if I cut an extra ounce out, it's going to save me an extra $100,000 per line. Over 10 lines, well, that's $1 million. So that's $1 million more in our pockets for profit. Let's make that happen. And these are what these companies do, because let's face it, they're only in it for this. As most places are, but they get really, really greedy like most big companies do, and they will milk every penny out of it. And that's when it's sad. And that's when you have the duds, and then they get the bad name for them. Would you ever mod the GTR? I know they have an exhaust in there. I've definitely thought about it, Nicholas. Where I took my car to get the oil change a couple weeks ago, it's called Dazoo Motorsports. They're based in Winter Garden, Florida, on the other side of Orlando. Literally, the guy owns this big shop that's literally right behind his house out in the country. And he said he only bought it because it came with the shop. He has a couple of lifts in there, and they do all this custom work on GTRs. GTRs is what they really mainly focus on. And he told me, he's like, dude, I can do all this stuff for you for way cheaper than what you're buying for. He's like, we're a dealer, so you already have an exhaust and stuff. He's like, that exhaust is more than fine. He's like, we'll get you the downpipes. We'll put the tune on it. We can put the E85 in there, and you're going to spend way less, and you're going to be well in the 700 horsepower if you really want to. And I'm like, ooh, 700 horsepower with E85. I'm like, ooh. And I'm like, that sounds good. Even though, I mean, be real, guys. I know probably most of you guys have never been in a GTR, and I hadn't been in one either until I drove my friends down the street. When you hit the gas, it is like no other feeling I've ever felt. It's like instant, woo, and it literally throws you back, and you hear the two turbos spool up, and you know you can kill anybody on the road. I mean, you literally beat absolutely everybody on the road. There's your Corollas, your Camrys, your Accords. Nobody's keeping up with you on the road. So wanting to spend a lot more money on a GTR to make it go just that much faster when everybody on the street you're going to beat anyway stock, it really kind of gets to the point like, do I really need to do a lot more to this car, or just kind of leave it alone as is? So I don't know what I'm going to do right now. Again, I only owe $26,000 on it, and I'm paying double payments right now on the car, so I'm hoping to have it paid off in less than 2 years from now. So that was when I will free up a ton of money to be able to do more. Or then again, if let's say if I have a second child in the next couple of years, then I'll probably have to worry about buying a 4-door sedan for myself. You know what I mean? That's where you live. Have you used microfiber towels from Chinese Detail? No, I haven't. Do you ever have a problem with water spots due to the hard water? No. What I do when I wash my cars, let's say I do the hood and I do one of the side fenders. Well, then I soak the entire car down again. And then I do, like, let's say we're going around the side of the car now. So I get around the entire side of the car. Now I soak that, I wash off all the suds, and then I go around the car again, and I soak it around the car. So I keep the car wet the entire time. Every time I do another section of the car, I soak the entire car again with hose. I just kind of spray it down there. Keep it cool, keep it watered down, and then I'll either pull it in the garage to dry it off, or I'll dry it off really quick, and then I don't have the problem, and go from there. Sorry guys, I'm trying to read through everybody's stuff. Chemical Guys is like Armor All. Chemical Guys is better than Armor All. I will be honest, they are definitely better than Armor All for sure. That's where you live. I have no idea where you live. Which is better, a Carb-Rite or Meguiar's Professional when buying a gun? I've never tried Carb-Rite, so I can't comment on that, and I will not guess. One thing about me, guys, I will not lie to you. If I don't know something, I will never, ever lie to you and tell you that, oh, this is so much better. Nobody's paying me, so I don't have to lie to you. If I don't know it, I'm just going to tell you, hey, go over here and check with these people, because I don't personally know. I'm a hobbyist. I'm not the guy that Larry up there in New York from Ammo NYC has been doing it for 30 years. It's not me. I'm just a hobbyist who buys stuff at Walmart, a little bit of stuff online, and I try it out, and I use it in my own regiments where they're only trying out their certain brands. But you can learn a lot from those guys by watching them, learning their tips, and then using Meguiar's instead of buying their stuff. And that's generally what you can do, guys. Bad rust off chrome. You're going to have to get some chrome cleaner for sure, buddy. But I don't know anything other than that. You probably want to get some chrome cleaner, metal polish, stuff like that. And but if it might be down to the metal, you might have to end up having it re-chromed, because once the rust takes over, it's like, you know, it's just going to keep coming back. Yeah, there's a few places around here with E85 Jazz for sure. Do you ever plan on going to Cards and Coffee soon? I have been to one or two before, but I work evenings at my job in the warehouse up there in Orlando. It's really hard for me to get up in the morning. I do not like to get up, and they start at 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, if I don't have I would have to either stay up all night long or just really go to bed early. And I have a hard time going to sleep early because of my job. So I'm always like wide awake. Like right now, I'm wide awake. We could go out to Disney right now for another 5 or 6 hours, and I wouldn't even bat 9. That would be me. And that's just the way it goes. What's up, Gage? I got your stuff. Sonax. Remember the Sonax wheel cleaner you sent me? I tested it out for you, buddy. It will be on Saturday's video. Very good product, by the way. It's it's Sonax wheel tire gel. It's something like that. It's tire gel, and it's really good. I posted it up on Instagram. And on the Instagram, if you're not following me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram. If you have Instagram, I know you guys don't all haven't, but if you haven't, I a lot of times post up a lot of things beforehand, and that's where either that or Facebook I post the most to. And I tested it out, and after a day of driving it, I came back, took a picture, you know, right behind the wheel well area to see if it had any sling to it. There was zero sling with that Sonax. So excellent wheel gel there, buddy. Thanks so much for sending it to me. How reliable has the GTR been? Solid as a rock. Never had an issue with it at all. There's nothing more to say. Then again, I will be fair with you, Roman. I've only put 3,600 miles on it in a year. Remember, Roman, it's my third car. I also have 2 motorcycles, but all of my cars and my motorcycles are Japanese. So I have 2 Honda Preludes. They were 100% made in Japan. I have my Nissan GTR, Japan, my Kawasaki ZX6R, the sport bike, Japan, and then I got my Honda Grom, little tiny 125C. That wasn't, admittedly, that wasn't made in Japan. I don't know if the engine was made in Japan and then shipped over to Thailand, but either way, it's still a Japanese bikes. So that's the way I see it that way. And Japanese just their stuff lasts forever. $4 for piss water. Anyway, yeah, the gas prices here are skyrocketing. I've already seen now for regular unleaded 87 is $2.81. 2 months ago was $2.20. It is skyrocketing this year. 60 cents in the last 2 months is wild. Have you tried CarPro? The only CarPro I have, Hoopana, is their C-Quartz UK 3.0, but I haven't had a full weekend to get it done yet. Do you like the all-new Mustang? I'm not really an American car guy. I would rather buy the Camaro over a Mustang, and then I would probably buy the Dodge Challenger over the Mustang. For muscle cars, it would be Camaro, Challenger, Mustang. That's me personally, though. I like the Camaro. Looks a lot better. Now, the new Camaro, I think for whatever they screwed up on the new 2019, that thing looks hideous. Hideous. They ruined it so bad. Well, I'm off. Falling asleep. Ambient sleep aid. Good night, man. Take care, and I'll see you a little bit later on the next stream. What's up, big dog? How you doing, Cody? How you doing, bud? Any good suggestions for cleaning dark residue on chrome exhaust? Definitely, you need like a polish. Eagle One. Eagle One, it comes in a silver tin. That is a wadding stuff. That stuff is excellent. Mother's is really good. What else have I tried that's really good? Turtle Wax has some really good ones. What else have I tried? I know I had some more, but I can't remember. But the Eagle One wadding stuff is really good. Mother's, it comes in a little jar tub. They all come in little tubs. Really good. McGuire's was really good. There's another one. Was it Turtle Wax or whatever? But either way, any of those right there, you should be good, especially the wadding one. So what you do is the wadding stuff, it's not like a cream. You literally tear off this stuff that's soaked with it, and you just kind of rub that in there, and it really just eats away all that black soot and dirt off your car. I had it bad on my pipes, and it just ate right through it like that. Oh, 303. It was 303 metal polish. If you saw, excuse me, if you saw that video about a month or two ago, I tried it on my GTR's tips. Amazing results on the new 303 metal polish. Good stuff. Ammo NYC products really. I have never tried the Ammo NYC. I plan to try them later on this year, but that's all. I want to send you something, but I don't know how. Jared, in any one of my videos, you're going to see in the information below. You know the information below the video, the little box and all that writing. Click on that so you can actually see all the writing that's in there, like links and stuff. You're going to see my P.O. Box's address. That's all it is in there. It's a course of nine. It's like P.O. Box something in St. Cloud, Florida. I don't know. It's in every description of every single video. Just click on any video and just look right below in the description. You'll see it. We don't have the big one earthquake in Florida, California. Well, that way you guys can become your own country, Aaron. I think that'll be good. You guys can be your own country, and it'll be perfect. I see that on Instagram. Dude, I appreciate that, Gage. I make sure to call you out in the actual video to thank you. I really do appreciate it. Again, you don't have to send me all your stuff. I was just thankful that I got it, and I'm glad that I did get to try it out here. What do you need? 2 motorcycles. One is my sport bike. The other one is a toy motorcycle. So it's a little 125cc. It only does about 62 miles an hour. But they have giant Grom rides where you'll have like 30 and 40 Honda Groms together. Last weekend when I was in Jacksonville, Florida, there was over 250 small bikes showed up. So mostly all Honda Groms, a little bit of Kawasaki Z125s, and then a couple other tiny bikes. Over 250 showed up from the entire southern states. There was even people from Ohio, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, all over Florida, go to Jacksonville, Florida, and did a huge ride the entire weekend. It was I've never seen so many bikes in the road at one time in my life. It was madness. It was great though. Carlos, if it was only that easy, buddy, if it was only that easy. What do you do with 800 square foot house for 3 people? We don't have an 8,800 square foot house. Where do you get that from? $2 for gas is cheap. Just wait for $4. Yeah, gas prices are definitely going up again. Hey, what are you going on, Joanna? Joanna, did you sell your Mercedes yet and get yourself a GTR? Welcome to the GTR Godzilla race. We need you. Come on in. I saw, like I said, the one time I only saw most women don't drive GTRs, but you can be one of the first. That'll be perfect. You do a great job, by the way. Thank you so much, Tyler. I really do appreciate it. How I got you reviewing. Well, Tyler, honestly, it was pretty easy. You know, just like you guys out there, you're washing, you're cleaning your cars. You get to Walmart or whatever, and you're like, oh my God, when you're looking around, right? And you just don't know what's good or not. And I don't know. I put out some results of what I got from using this product, that product. And before I knew, I had a couple thousand views on these videos. And I'm like, I have like 100 subscribers now suddenly. And now I have 200 subscribers and 300. I'm like, all I was doing is just putting out basic result videos, nothing serious. And before I knew it, you know, they wanted to see full reviews from beginning to end. They wanted to see me how I was doing it. And I was like, okay, I'll show you how I did it. And then just a little bit over time, it would just get more and more. And then my first company contacted me, Eagle One. And Eagle One said, this was before they got bought out way back in the day. And they said, would you like to try our products? And I'm like, sure. You know, I think I had just 1,000 subscribers at the time, very small channel, maybe less than 1,000. And they contacted me and said, would you like to try it? I said, sure. And then from there, I think Turtle Wax came along, and then another company came along, and then 303 products come along. And before you know it, it was like a cascade effect where I had all these companies. And the channel just has been doing this. And then the last about 3 months now, the channel went from doing this every month, just a little bit, you know, 300-400 subscribers a month, to boom, boom, boom. Like today I looked, and for the month, I've gained over 1,100 subscribers. And you're just like, Oh my God, 1,100. So that's basically how it started. I mean, I was washing my car, just doing the basic stuff, and that's the way it went. I'm trying to read through everybody's stuff. Vancouver, I've been there before on a cruise. We flew into Vancouver, and then we went on a cruise to Alaska. We'll be going on a cruise next month, so we fly to New York City, and then we'll be going to Bermuda. So, yeah. Do you drink coffee or caffeine? I don't drink as much coffee, but I do drink a lot of like Cokes and stuff like that. Would you get a lifted truck? No, I don't need that. Would you get Honda Goldwing motorcycle? If I was driving a lot, or excuse me, if I was actually like cross country driving a lot, then yes, I would definitely buy a Honda Goldwing. I've looked at them. I've sat on the brand new ones, the new designs. They look really pretty. They look really sexy, very comfortable. I would definitely consider one. If I was one of those guys that goes from here to like Texas or here to New York over a couple of days and they break it up into a vacation, yeah, I would definitely consider one because they're about $25,000. And, you know, to me, it's like how much are cars now? And you have a vehicle that it's every bell and whistle in it, super comfortable, super reliable. Then the Honda Goldwings really hold their value. So, yeah, I would definitely consider one. So basically, Amazon phone cam. Yeah, for sure. Dank, I used it the other day and it works really good, buddy. How do you wash your microfiber towels and your wash bin? Actually, good thing you asked. I actually use I just ran out of it, Masterson's microfiber cleaner. But I did get, where is it at here? Here, hold on, show it to you guys. I'm going to be doing a review on it. So it's the Chemical Guys microfiber wash. Can you guys see this? So I'm going to be doing a review on this one. And but I had used, before I was using all Masterson's microfiber wash. Excellent way. It would remove even the nastiest stains. And the actual towels felt like they were brand new again. They were so soft and so fluffy again. And I was like, wow. Because for the longest time, I'll be real with you guys, I didn't worry about it. I just used regular, like, my clothes cleaning stuff. And I just thought, oh, okay, that's fine. But no, once you use, like, a true microfiber stuff that gets rid of the waxes and sealants out of your stuff, dude, I'm telling you right now, you're going to be like, wow. It really made a big difference. And before, I can tell you, I didn't see any difference because I didn't know any better. But once I tried a true microfiber cleaner, it worked good. So it's worth the money. Where's Greg? Haven't seen him in a while. He was at a car show. Literally every single weekend he is at a car show because of the fact that he you know, he's got to be a drug pusher for his company. If you guys follow him on Instagram and stuff, he's renting out his own office space now. They're painting it and doing all that. And he said they're opening up in July. So I'm going to do my very best to fly out to California, to Anaheim, and go visit him in July. So, and if any of you guys are in the LA area or Southern California and you guys follow Greg, I will definitely fly out there. And even for like a 3-day weekend, I'm definitely planning to fly out to California to visit him for his new grand opening, whatever they do. Maybe hit up like Disneyland or something while we're out there, even though it's peak season in July. You know how that is, like, oh, you know, that kind of thing. Any bolt-ons in the Grom? The Grom has a cold air intake, Chimera intake. It has a Two Brothers carbon fiber exhaust to it. Every mod has the fender eliminator, integrated taillights, the shorty turn signals. It has different mirrors on it. It has different clutch and brake handles, everything. It's all on my niche riding motorcycle channel. It's not on this channel. And that channel has been doing pretty good. It's over 5,000 subscribers now, 5,100. So it's pretty good. Would you buy? I don't know about Walmart's DA polishers, to tell you the truth. What insurance on the bikes? I use Progressive. Same with my car. I use Progressive. When is VSX? Well, as soon as I have an entire weekend. This weekend has been very cloudy. Today was a complete thunderstorm, so it was not a good day to do anything. Favorite scent for a car wash soap? Ooh, there's so many good ones, Omar. That's really hard for me to remember, buddy. I honestly, I don't know. To tell you the truth, I don't know. There's just so many. You know, one that comes to mind that I'll always remember is Zymol. There's Zymol car soap. It has like a banana smell to it or whatever. Oh, it's amazing. The Caribbean Crush from Turtle Wax's new one, amazing, amazing smell. There's a lot of good ones out there, though, so please don't think that I'm just saying I'm forgetting all these other ones, but these are ones that immediately come to the top of my head that are just like, wow. Damn, Racer's Edge, what are you doing, man? For some more ceramic coating A+ products. Thank you so much, dude. You are like Mr. MVP every single week. You donate all the time, and thank you so much, buddy. Again, this guy is like, you know, he's always helped the channel. He out of nowhere just pops up these huge donations. So thank you so much, Racer's Edge. I really do appreciate that. Yeah, the ceramic coating, I have it, but then again, I needed a tire weekend. She will be with her mom next weekend because she wasn't able to go there this weekend. She had to work yesterday at the medical clinic. So I'll be home alone next weekend. Let's hope for some blue skies. So that'd be a good time to actually have the whole day where I can polish, wax, and do everything with the car. So that's what I'm really aiming for. Joanna, did you get a chance to test out 2 types of microfibers? I haven't at all, Joanna. They're still down here in the box because I actually intend to use these for when I do the paint correction on the GTR. And that's why I haven't touched them. When I bought these, I had these intentions where I know these are brand new. They don't have anything, no debris in them or anything like that that might, get on there and scratch the paint. That's why I really bought these. So no, I haven't, Joanna. I'm sorry about that. Pretty sure the Masters microfiber wash is the same as CG. I don't know about that, Aaron. We'll see soon enough, man. Yeah, for sure, Carlos. Thanks, Rachel's Edge, for sure. You're in LA. Yeah. Have you heard of Ben Shapiro? Yes, I have. AJ Bentley. Hey, Chad. Have you tried McKee's 30-cent stuff? No, AJ, I haven't. Again, probably about 5 months ago, they contacted me and they were going to send me a bunch of stuff to try out, and then I never heard from them again. A lot of times you have these companies that'll contact you, say they want to send you all this stuff, and then they just kind of fall off the map. And I say, okay, well, let me know when you're ready to send them, and I'll give you my address. And then you never hear from them again. Why did Suzuki stop selling cars in the U.S.? Because they were pretty cheap cars. They were not reliable cars, and they were not good-looking cars. They sold very few. Like, I guess Ford now is pulling out of the car market besides the Mustang in the United States, which is just stupid. You got gas prices going through the roof now. If it's at this rate next year, we're going to be at $3.60 at this time. We'll be back before, and we'll be looking to drill and everything again. I remember I actually had friends that were in the oil drilling industry that were up there in the Dakotas doing the what is it? Is it shale oil or something like that or whatever? I forgot, like sand. Anyways, they get the oil out of the sand and the shale and stuff like that. Well, they lost their jobs when gas went back down below $2. They lost their job. Well, now once you're going to crank up and you get beyond, $3 a gallon and stuff, well, now they can make it's profitable again. So they'll start hiring again and stuff like that. So what are these people going to do with these big SUVs that are only getting 17, 18 miles a gallon again? Are they going to be dumping them off just like they did in the 2000s? They dumped them all off again and went back to they wanted their little Priuses and all these little tiny cars, and that's why the company started making them again. So I think that's what's going to eventually happen. It just does this. If you're a history student like I was in college, you actually learn that trends come and go. So you're going to have gas down here for a while, and then something goes up, whether it's like political world, any type of war, whatever goes up, and then it comes back down again once everything calms down, a lot more drilling, stuff like that. And then something else comes up, and then it goes up again. And obviously, as that comes, you're going to, again, example, the gas crisis in the 70s, you went from your huge high-end motor cars and stuff like that, with big boat cars, and that's when Honda and Toyota started coming over and saying making these little tiny cars. Big cars were gone. Now it was all about the tiny cars. The same thing happened. It goes up and down, and that's generally the way it works. And I feel like that's going to happen again. Ford is going to regret this decision big time. It might be 5 years down the road. It might be 10 years down the road, but it will happen again. Gas will be back up to $3, $4 a gallon. And here, which means California will be $5 or $6, and people will be screaming, I don't want your stupid Ford Expedition. I want a little Ford car again. Bring me another Ford. And then, they'll have to suddenly come back and do it again. What are you guys saying to each other? Racer's Edge, send another. Oh, Cody, why don't you send another $25? Why does Racer's Edge have to do it? Favorite soil that can be used in a double bucket wash. That's easy, Omar. Limitless car care, limitless lather is the best for the foam cannon and the 2-bucket method. You have to order them online. They're based out of New York, but you will have amazing results. Hey, Jed, I have some good news, Lucky. Did you save a bunch of money by switching to Geico? I don't know. I'm jealous other than the countries haven't been too cool. Why does your wife need that big car? We had a small SUV. If you guys saw some of my old videos from about a couple of years ago, we had a Hyundai Tucson. It was the small SUV, and so when we had our baby, we realized once you put the stroller behind the back seat and stuff, there was no room in those tiny SUVs. They're a joke, essentially. And cars have a bigger room in them. So we went and tested a bunch of full-size SUVs, and then we're talking like these are $50,000 and $60,000. And we're like, yeah, I don't know about that. And then we decided, well, let's look at minivans. So minivan, you have the ride of a car, but you have so much room in there. It's like a moving van. The things are huge, and we always leave the third row of the Toyota Sienna down. We don't ever pull it up, and there's just so much room. and we ended up getting it for $34,000. So why are you going to pay $60,000 for a Nissan Armada when the Toyota Sienna with the seats all folded down have way more square footage room in there than the Nissan Armada, and it's $30,000 cheaper? And it's like, that's just stupid. Get the minivan, save the money, put the money in your pocket, go spend it and have fun. And honestly, the Toyota Sienna is fast, it's roomy, it's very comfortable. Why would you not want a minivan just because, oh my God, it's a minivan? You know what I mean? Ferris, thank you so much for the comment, buddy. I'm doing pretty fine. A couple weeks away from vacation. I'm ready, kind of getting stoked for that. Good times. Larry from Ammo OC has a video. Ammo Training Academy is very helpful. You know, you can learn a lot of things from those big pros. A lot of things. That's why I tell you guys, don't be scared of watching those giant channels, because they're going to give you the pro tips and tricks, the little things that you can use now in your own thing in your car. But maybe you don't want to buy his products and you just want to use Meguiar's and Mother's. You'll be fine, because now you know all the tricks. And that's the cool thing about watching those bigger channels. You don't have to use their stuff. Just learn their tricks. Is Rain-X fast wax a good spray wax? It's okay, Jose. It's not bad. It's on my wife's minivan right now. And but you know, it poured today. So the sides of the car looks really good. But the hood of the car is there was really some really tight beads to it, and then there was some little big old fat beads to it. So I can tell it's already starting to fade off. But you know, it was decent. You know what I mean? What is lather? Lather is when you're like doing this, you know, soaping it up, and you're getting tons of suds and stuff out of it. The lather, you know, you're lathering it up. I love your videos. Thank you so much, FaZe. I really do appreciate that. I don't know if you're a video game player back in the day with that kind of name, but I do remember that name from like way back. So the team name FaZe. So I do apologize. Or you're just a fan of theirs. I don't know. Well, car manufacturers are putting hybrids and electrics these days. Yeah, we'll see, Aaron, about how it is. I mean, right now, until like you can't go full electric because most cars can't go more than a couple hundred miles. I remember my wife's little red car. Yep, she had that ever since she was in college. What are your reviews on Meguiar's Ultimate Compound Ultimate? I have never tried the Mother's 3-step, but I do know the Meguiar's Ultimate Compound and Polish do were very good for over the counter. No, I enlisted in the United States Marine Corps today. We'll leave for basic. You had the Marine Corps open on a Sunday? What? Basic training in August. Sweet, man. I had a lot of guys that I worked with at work that were in the Marine Corps. A lot of guys. So just prepared. Watch every video you can. I'm telling you right now, you better start running every single day. You better start working out, push-ups, sit-ups, everything you can, pull-ups. You have to do all that stuff. And you better be in decent shape by the time you go. You do not want to be that sorry slacker when you get there. Just get yourself into shape. Let's put it that way. If anybody doesn't know, I was supposed to be going in the Army after college. I did University of West Florida's Army ROTC program for 3 years. And I was supposed to be going in the Army after college. And my very last year, everything got messed up with my contract. You're supposed to sign the contract, obviously, and wear contacts. And it was just one hoop through two hoops. They lost my paperwork up there, wherever it goes in Virginia, for 6 months. And basically, I was supposed to, from going to the Army, I decided, screw it. I'm just going to finish college and stay with my current job, which I did. And that's just generally the way it worked out. But all my friends that are still in the Army now are all majors in the Army. And they're all over the world. You got some in Hawaii, you got some in Japan, you got some in Germany. You know, they've all been deployed like 3 or 4 times because, you know, they were graduating 03, 04 from college, and then they just got shipped out within the next year or two. But running is very important. Push-ups, sit-ups, you better get used to it, buddy, and you better be able to do a good amount before you even get there. You missed the red 370Z. Sweet. You know, it was a really good car. At least I know a professional detailer bought it from me. He lives in West Palm Beach. He's a professional detailer. He does like Ferraris and Lamborghinis down there all the time. I see him on his Instagram. And he said it literally just sits in his garage because he has his like work van that he takes everywhere, you know, obviously with the mobile detailing. So that's what he drives all day long, is a mobile work van. He only drives a Z on the weekend. But he said the Z is still running fine and no problems at all. We're talking about the gas prices. I had to put my Ford Lightning in the garage. Had to use my wife's Prius. And that's just generally the way it goes. And people don't understand that. And I think Ford is making a very bad misstep here. You still need to make a couple small cars. And because eventually gas prices will go up, where people are going to be dumping those giant Expeditions. They just made that beautiful new Expedition. But if you get to prices where they're $4 a gallon here in Florida, which they never made to $4 a gallon here in the average area of Florida. When the gas thing back in like the late 2000s, we were up to like 360, 370 was the average for regular unleaded. The people were dumping those SUVs left and right. They weren't worth crap because nobody wanted to drive an SUV that was getting 16 miles a gallon. They just didn't want to drive it. They wanted the cars that were getting 35, 40 miles a gallon. And so they were dumping their giant SUVs for regular car sedans. And I think that's going to happen again. You know, if history does nothing else, history always repeats itself. And if you can learn from history, then you will be better off in your life. Look what's going to happen. House prices go up, then something happens, house prices go down. House prices go up, so you have to kind of figure out you want to buy down here if you can, and then you hold your house and you can sell it way up here if you really want to. But it will happen. Prices go up and then they go down. Naden, thank you very much, buddy. Appreciate that, buddy. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate you hanging in here. I know it's, well, over there, what is it about, like, is it about noon there right now in Saudi Arabia? It's something like that. I know you guys are about 10 hours ahead of us, but I'm not 100% sure. School just gets out early. We leave in May. Yeah, actually, when I went to a private school my whole life, and we always would get out at the end of May as well. You worry about limb loss. Well, then you shouldn't join the army there, Aaron, because you never know what happened. But then again, you could step out in the middle of the street here and get hit by something and lose an arm or a leg. So you can't let anything scare you into not doing something because something might happen. Well, something might happen here at the house. You know what I mean? That's just the way you can't live your life worried that something might happen. You've just got to go do it, man. You really do. Whatever you want to do in your life, go out there and do it. If you want that Nissan GTR, you figure out a way to do it. Whether you buy one car and you pay it off early, get the next car, and you just get a huge, big down payment so you can afford one. Maybe you have to work a couple extra hours a day. Maybe you have to go to college and get a good paying job. You can do it, but you've got to get out there and do it. What about small SUVs? Better mile how gas goes in? Oh, yeah, small SUV. But the small SUV was we were always out of room with the small SUV. It was pointless, so that's why we got rid of ours. Why is it nobody buys Volkswagen anymore? I had a hard time selling mine. I think it's because of the Dieselgate scandal with their diesels. I think that's why. And also VWs aren't known for being very reliable compared to a Honda and Toyota. They're not very reliable. And that's a part of the thing when I always buy cars. I look at what's reliable. If I'm going to have to put a lot of money into selling a car or fixing a car every little bit, and what's my resale value going to look like down the road? Every one of my cars they usually don't have any issues with them, and they last them. I think the most expensive part I've ever put on my one Prelude was a new head gasket, and that was like $1,100. And I'm like, okay, the suspension cost me something like that, around $1,000, but that was it's suspension. You have to have it done eventually, and that's just the way it goes. I mean, but other than that, other than like starters, batteries, oil changes, the new seals on the engine, so nothing's ever been more than that kind of money, and it's a couple $100, and that's about it. That's the way I see it. But and that's why I look at things like that. And how much is the vehicle going to be worth 5 years from now? If I decide that, hey, I need a different car or I need a new car, is this car going to be worth it? That's how I personally look at stuff. I look at what's it going to cost me in the long run. The guy from Massachusetts used to work at, yes, he was their head detailer right there, and he left and started his own company. You're right, Nicholas. Sell Coco to get the GTR. Ooh, I don't know what Coco is. Yo, Active, how you doing, buddy? Is Navy safer because all you will do is sit on a ship? Maybe. Or somebody could torpedo you and you're in a ship that got torpedoed. I don't know. I mean, Aaron, you're gonna have to think about that yourself if you're ever serious about it. You'd have to sit down and think about it, what you'd really want to do. Why do you go to theme parks a lot? Because we live very close to them. Thoughts on S2000? I know you said that you did have a kid. They're very nice cars. They're not fast cars. S2000s are not fast, but they're very cool. They're holding their value very good. Matter of fact, in good condition, they're actually going up in value now. I really think that they're a solid choice. If you need a two-door coupe, there's no room in them, though. By the way, guys, there's zero room in them. So if you need to use it for like getting from A to B, it's not the car to have. If you just want to use it, if you're a single person, it's a great car. But you might want to have a second car on the side because you might need more room. Want to move to Arkansas? Nah, maybe next week. Let's do next week. Did you get the old plank? I don't even know what that is, Jared. Thoughts on 2018 Volkswagen Jetta Sport? I don't watch a lot of stuff. Again, I'm not a big fan of Volkswagen cars. They've just never done it for me. Since you have a JDM fan, you like those cars that have the wheels? No, that's something a lot of Puerto Ricans do around here. Obviously, I live in a very heavy populated Puerto Rican area, and that's what a lot of the Puerto Ricans do. And that's not what I do. No way. I want to be able to drive. I'll give you an example. So I was in the minivan today, and we were going through a parking lot. There was a Chevy Cruze. It wasn't lowered or anything, but the dude was doing this over the speed bumps, like, and I'm like, what the heck? So the second speed bump came, and he just slowed down to a complete stop to try and get over it. I just literally did this, went around and went boom, boom, and I just kept going and went right around him. And I was like, get out of the way. And, you know, I want a car that works. I don't want a car that I'm the whole time and, you know, think I look cool. I'm sorry, you look stupid with these wheels that sit out like this. They look dumb. Can you drive a manual? Yeah, I definitely can drive a manual. My first 2 cars were manual. As a matter of fact, my 370Z was manual, and now my Honda Prelude is almost done with being a 5-speed swap, and it is also manual. Yeah. Have you tried McGuire's APC? I don't think I have. Apologies, guys. I'm looking at my messages really quick. Trying to see. I was going to show you something really quick, guys. I want to show you some of the updates this guy is sending me, what he does, so that way you can see it. Come on. Scroll down. It's crazy. This guy literally that's been working my car. He literally shows me everything, how bad it was, and then he shows me it afterwards, how nice it looks, and you're just like, oh my God, it's beautiful. But what he's doing, he's just a little bit at a time. I don't know. You guys are probably never going to see this in the camera. But I don't know if you can see this. I know it's going to show it. So that's one of the actual stuff. It's all rusty and nasty. That's what I bought it used. Well, I don't know if you can see it down here. It's completely clean and nice looking again. No rust, everything. He completely sands it down, and then he repaints it to make it, you know, seal it from any future rust. I mean, the guy is just doing immaculate stuff. It's great. What YouTubers do you watch? Honestly, I don't watch tons of YouTubers. Let's see. What do I watch? A lot of car stuff. Your Car Guide, Motor Trim, Motor Week, Cars.com, Edmunds. Yeah, I know a lot of car stuff I like. I've seen 1 or 2 video game stuff I watched. Like, what else do I watch? Some cruise ship stuff from cruise ships because we go on cruises so often. And then maybe 1 or 2 other channels. But I really don't watch a lot. You know what I mean? If I don't watch the channel for forever, I'll either unsubscribe from it or I just don't subscribe to it at all. I mean, I don't waste my time and subscribe to something that I'm not watching a lot of. If I only watch 1 or 2 of your videos, then I don't subscribe. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to waste I don't want to have my box full of spam that I'm not going to watch anyways. I'm trying to read through everything. Please bear with me. I'm planning to become a Toyota technician. Do you think they make good money? Maybe like $15 to $18 an hour. It's not a lot of money, Aaron. Don't expect you to get rich off it. I'll tell you that right now. A guy that I know, he's worked for Nissan down the street for 7 years, and he only makes $17 an hour. That's it. $17 an hour. That's all they pay him. So there's a lot of better jobs out there. You can make a lot more money. Do you like the look of cars that are wrapped? I'm not a big wrap fan. I guess it just doesn't matter to me that much. Wraps are just like, I don't know. I don't know. Just not my thing. Do you lane split? I have, GT Taylor, but I don't do it every day because it is illegal here in Florida. So if you lane split and you get caught, they consider it a reckless driving, which is a $1,000 ticket from what I heard. But I mean, I rarely hear that police go after anybody lane splitting. I see people lane split here all the time, especially at red lights. Because traffic gets so bad here where you'll be backed up and you'll take 3 or 4 lights to get through that one red light. It's so bad down here. The traffic is terrible. So I see a lot of motorcycles that do lane split, or they'll run the shoulder all the way to the front of the line. I see that happen all the time. So, but, you know, it's kind of like when you do it, you're looking over your shoulder. Is there any cops up there? Is there any cops ahead? Is there any cops over there? Okay, now, and then all you go through. And that's generally the way it goes. Yeah, Lucky, that might be a good way for him to do it, Aaron, to get your thing. I actually have another motorcycle friend. He actually is an Army Reserves mechanic. And so basically he's in the reserves and he's a mechanic for them. He does all that. So it's a good way for you to learn everything that you need to learn. You know, you have to worry about going to school because they're going to train you themselves. Have you ever tried to reach out to Barry McGuire? No, I met him in person. If you saw one of my, Omar, if you saw But Auto Geeks Detail Fest back in March, I was down there, and I actually have a picture, shaking hands with Barry Maguire. Do you live near saltwater? Saltwater is over on the ocean side. I live in the center of the state. Kissimmee is right in the center of the state. Yes, if you live on the beach, oh yeah, you can rust out your car real quick. If you're like one of the beach people that live right there, oh yeah. When the sea spray and stuff comes in, oh, you can definitely get some rust from that for sure, buddy. I love cruises too. Shift Light. We'll be going this next cruise in June. Will be our 24th cruise since we started dating. 24 cruises. And we'll be going. We're taking the Norwegian Escape out of New York City, New York. And we're going to Bermuda. Never been in Bermuda before. Roadkill on thing. It's not land split, it's lane splitting. Aaron, lane splitting. In California and the rest of the world, you can lane split legally. What happens with a motorcycle is you can go between two cars, and you usually limit like 10 miles an hour over the current speed that the traffic's flowing. So if they're at a red light, you can go like up to 10 miles an hour in between the cars all the way to the front of the light. So with a motorcycle, you don't have to wait in line. Every red light, you just go to the front of the line, every single red light. As long as there's room for you to fit the bike between the two cars, you can lane split. Now, you can't ride the shoulders, but as long as there's multiple lanes and you can ride the white, let's say the white dotted line between them, you can go between them. Even at speed, if you're on the interstate and you're doing 60, you can go right between those cars and just keep on going. That's what lane splitting is. It's legal in it's legal in California now. Some of the states are now making it, they're putting it up on the ballots to be voted on. In Florida, they have a big old thing trying to get it happen, but I don't know if it's going to happen anytime now because they had a vote where it got all the way up to where they were going to raise the speed limit in Florida to 75, and it was shot down by the governor or something. He shot it down. It was voted in, and then he vetoed it. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So they were going to raise the state speed limit to 75 miles an hour, and then he shot it down, and I was like, you've got to be kidding me. So and the same thing happened, I think it was in Arizona. Arizona voted in lane splitting, was it last year? And then the governor vetoed it at the end. It's like, come on, really? So they're going to try and re-vote it in. I guess that governor is now retiring. So you voted in now, the new governor, and you'll go through. Once one legalized it, once California made it legal in the books, before they never enforced it. They just didn't care. But now that in 2016 it became legal, now other states are slowly starting to vote it in. It's going to be like domino effect. Well, once allows it, everybody will soon allow it. So, but again, it makes it a lot quicker for you to get to work, wherever you're going. Your bikes don't have to worry about overheating, especially like with air-cooled bikes like my bikes. They're air-cooled. So if you're sitting there forever, it just overheats on you. So it sucks. I'm out for the night. Thanks so much, Rachel's Edge. Again, you're the big donator, man. Big donator. What's up, Paolo? How you doing, buddy? 24 cruises. Yeah, Joanna, we do a lot. We're down in your side of the woods. In March, we went out of Port of Miami on the Norwegian getaway for 7 days. We went to Roatan, Honduras, Belize, Harvest Cape, Belize, which is their private island, which is really nice. Then we went to Costa Maya, Mexico, and Cozumel, Mexico. We were on a cruise last September when the hurricane came through. Irma, we were out of Miami on the Carnival Vista, and we actually had 4 extra days at sea because of the hurricane. It was pretty cool. So yeah, we cruise all the time. So you're traveling north to New York City, back south to Bermuda. Yeah, because Joanna, no cruise lines out of Florida go to Bermuda. So you either have to go to Baltimore, New Jersey, or New York to get to Bermuda. No, so we have to fly up there in order to go out. Go figure, right? Bermuda Triangle, though, it'll be worth it. If I disappear, guys, you won't miss me at all. If I disappear, you'll be like, nah, next YouTube channel, next. Went on a honeymoon last year for a cruise. We got hooked on the first one. That was our third. We were going on one again, but she's pregnant, so we got to wait. Shift Light, there is a certain time that you're allowed to go on a cruise, and then you have to wait. And then you have to wait till the baby is at least 6 months old before you can cruise again. My son was 7 months old when we took him on his cruise. We went on 2 cruises while she was pregnant, though. So you can definitely cruise while she's pregnant, but you have to make sure it's within that window. It has to be from the early part of the pregnancy. So we did 2 cruises while she was pregnant, and we did 1 cruise with him. As soon as he was 7 months old, we went on a cruise when he was 7 months old. So, don't let it hold you back as long as you have time. When do you end your live streams? Whenever I feel like it, I guess. Cavs and 6. I have no idea what you're talking about. Lane splitting is illegal in Utah as well. Eventually, I feel like it's going to be legalized. once one or two more states legalize it, then it'll start to be like the domino effect. It really will. Let's say if Texas or Florida is the second most amount of motorcycles registered in the United States is in Florida. Third most is in Texas. Once the big states like that really start legalizing it, the other states will all start falling in line. I really do believe that, because it literally cuts down on being rear-ended. I've had one car come up behind me. I was sitting at a light, and you hear, and the guy was texting and driving, and he didn't see me sitting there at the light. And he was just doing this the whole time. And he goes, like this. And you're like, idiot, get off your stupid phone. You see that as a motorcycle rider, you sit a lot higher than everybody else. And you see people doing this the whole time. You can see it all the time when you're on a motorcycle. And I'm just like, no. So many times when the light goes green, they're still doing this. I'll go right around them. I'll lane split right around them. And I just keep on going. I don't waste my time. I don't honk them. I don't waste my time, because to me, they're going to cause a wreck that might get me hit or hurt. So I just go right around them, because they're doing this right there. The light goes green and they're just sitting here doing this. I just go right around them and I just keep on going. So I really do hope that we have lane splitting here soon, especially when you can get to work and half the time, every single red light go right to the front of the line. You know, it's legal in the rest of the world. Why America and Canada doesn't allow it, I don't understand. It's just dumb, because they had the full research from California, UCLA, I think it was. They did the research. There's far less fatalities because you're not getting hit from behind and squished between two cars if you can go a lane split. We'll see, though. 8 reckless drivers and thing who lane split. I like to do it in Tennessee a lot. 66 nowhere near reckless. Yeah, I mean, I do it whenever I feel like, if I needed to, especially with two cars which are going side by side at like 10 miles under the speed limit, and they're both doing like 40 and a 50. Then I'll lane split. I'll look around and I'll just go right through them. You know, I'm not gonna drive below the speed limit forever, because you guys don't ever want to get out of the way of each other. Like, one needs to get in front of the other, and then you go slow. What pace wax would you recommend? I was thinking about using Mother's Carnuba. Yeah, you should be fine with Mother's. McGuire's NXT. I'm going to do some correction on the car. Mother's is a Carnuba based, and McGuire's NXT is synthetic based. Synthetic's going to last longer, but it won't give you as much of a rich pop to the color of your car. So you're going to have to decide what you want, how you want to go. Tennessee is the stoplight where you may legally go on a red light after a reasonable amount of time. Oh God, I can't tell you shift light how many times I've had to run the light. The motorcycles, sometimes the motorcycles are so small, and it doesn't pick up that you're actually there at, like, let's say at a red turn arrow. For you guys who don't ride motorcycles, this is what happens. So you pull up to your, like, say a left turn arrow, and you're waiting, and then it just stays red, and everybody else gets green light, and you're like, what the hell? So you just kind of look around and you just go, because many times the motorcycle won't be registered. It won't turn green for you. So I just kind of look around, make sure there's nobody going, and I just run the red light. I do it all the time, because the motorcycles sometimes never ever pick up that you're actually there. Especially if you're at the front of the line, it never picks it up, and you're like, I'm not waiting for another light. So you just kind of sit there and look both ways and go. Does your wife make much money? She does all right, Aaron. She does all right. What place to book cruise? Okay, so what I normally do, Cody, is I look online like Orbitz, and I see where I want to go. I see the prices, and I contact my local travel agency who I've dealt with for many years. And they usually give me better deals than Orbitz, because they'll throw in a lot of like onboard credit and stuff like that, which you get to spend on the ship, which is free money. And that's what I normally do. Good night, Aaron. If I was on a bike and they were texting, I would kick it. Yeah, you know, Cody, it's just not worth it. You just kind of go around the people. If they're just going to be sitting there on a green light, just go around them. It's a lot easier than sitting there while they're on a green light. Because who knows what they're going to do or how stupid they're going to be. They might end up hitting you. Or I've seen so many things that a lot of times I put my GoPro on the front of my helmet when I'm riding, and I've seen so many just close calls. People that completely lose control of their car and go off by a ditch, and they yank the car back in. I catch all that stuff. So anytime I see somebody that can't stay in their lane or whatever, I just blow their doors off, and I get way, way in front of them. I don't care if I have to lane split by them. I will not get stuck behind somebody that's going to endanger my life potentially, because they can't keep it on the road, and they're just swerving like this. I'm like, nope, not doing it. You can go on a cruise ship website to see what they offer. You know what? That's why I go to Orbitz, though, Shift Light, because of the fact that I get to see all the cruises going out and where I want to go to. And then I know generally the prices and itineraries. And then I will contact the cruise agency and say, this is where I want to go. What's your price? And it's usually the same price as Orbitz or a little bit cheaper, but they usually include a lot of onboard credit, which obviously is you can free money to spend on board the ship. And that's just a lot better. You know, you get free extra money versus booking it through Orbitz. So that's normally what I do. Carnival is a good beginner cruise. If as long as you understand what you're at there money wise, you're fine with Carnival. You know, if you're if you're expecting like a Disney cruise, you're not going to get it with Carnival. Disney cruise costs this much. Carnival literally costs this much. So there's such a huge gap in between. You can't expect this high-end luxury cruise line with Carnival. Carnival is just a cheap, basic, get you there on a cruise with some fun involved. Where Disney is going to go over the top. Everything is 1,000 times better, but you're paying for that 1,000 times better. Yeah, we haven't done the Magic yet. We've done I think we've done 7 or 8 Carnival cruises. We've done 1 Disney cruise, 1 Costa cruise, 4 celebrity cruises, 4 princess cruises. Royal Caribbean, we've done like 5 or 6 Royal Caribbean cruises. We've done, this will be our 2nd Norwegian cruise. I think I'm forgetting 1 or 2, but I can't remember. But I know this is our 24th cruise. Yeah, cruises are safe. Yeah, for sure, man. Our Disney cruise for kids. No, well, I went out when it was just me and her. We didn't have any kids, and we went on Disney. It was amazing. Disney really goes over the top. They have adult-only areas where you can only have adults. It was so nice. It was so classy, but it's very expensive. What are the ranges of the cruises? Cheap for a couple $100 for like an interior cabin to you can go on a Disney cruise and spend like an interior cabin on a Disney cruise to $2,000, and you're like, what? And the same cruise itinerary. I'm not lying. The exact same cruise itinerary between Disney and Carnival, but because it's Disney, they're going to charge you $1,000 to $2,000 more than Carnival will charge you. It's insane the difference how much you pay. It really is. I love how this channel is going from car detailing over to cruises because I've cruised so much. So I could literally start a YouTube channel for cruises. I've cruised that much. Anytime we go on a cruise, most of the people we talk to, we've cruised more than them. So it's like I can give you a good idea of what to expect on every cruise. We've cruised all over North America. I've never cruised in Europe. I've been to Europe a lot, but I've never cruised to Europe a lot. Tips about cruising. Anything you want to ask, you can ask it. What do you think about North Korea president? Either that guy is a crazy man, could be setting off a war. I don't know. Could be interesting. Best time to stay away from that. Don't go during spring break. Don't go during the summer. As long as you go during the fall or during the spring, you will be just fine. Do not go during spring break. Do not go during the summer. Summer rates will automatically go higher. Your fall and your spring is your cheaper cruises. Just don't go during your March, April time. And May is pretty safe, but once you hit June through the end of August, you're going to have kids everywhere on cruise ships because everybody's on vacation. And that's when most people cruise. We went in May. Yeah, exactly. We'll be going in June, but it's just the way it went. Because I was trying to think, I was like, well, so we went in March, so I figured, 3 months later we'll go. So that's what we're doing. We did 3 months later. And then, because I have so much vacation time that I try and split up my vacations about every 2 to 3 months out, so that way I don't get bored. You know what I mean? Do people cruise in the winter? Of course. The Caribbean is full of cruise ships in the winter because everybody comes down to the Caribbean. It's warm year round, 70 to 80 degrees, no matter what time of year, and why not? You know. Cruising could mean a few things. Cruising, okay, I don't know what that could mean, but whatever. Yeah. This is great, guys. Just feel free to ask me cruise questions. Don't worry about the detailing today. I always get seasick when I'm on a boat. On a big ship, though, like a cruise ship, you really probably won't get sick unless you are in some very heavy seas. TV shows, I don't watch TV anymore. TV has been overrun with reality TV shows. I can't stand reality TV shows. They drive me up the wall. The stupidity of America is getting worse, and you can see it right there on national TV, and I can't handle it. And I just don't watch TV anymore. So I watch YouTube mainly, or Netflix, Hulu, or Amazon Prime. We have all that stuff, so I watch one of those things. Do people get twisted on a ship? What do you mean by that? What was your favorite cruise and why? Ooh, it would probably be Disney out of Miami again, Joanna. Just letting you know. There was a Disney cruise. We went on the Disney Wonder, and everything that Disney does is like 10 times better than everything else. Everything. Everything is included for free. My son is like screaming down there. It's hilarious. He's watching something. He's just cheering and going goofy. Anyways, like you'll see the characters walk around on the ship and they'll interact with you. They have a fireworks show at sea. A fireworks show at sea, as long as it's not like bad wet, really windy or rainy or whatever. So they have a fireworks show at sea. Mickey slides down from one of the funnels and then rappels down to the main deck to battle Captain Hook. I mean, everything is just... It's great. I mean, the food, every night you switch to a different dining room. You don't stay in the same dining room. And every dining room has its own theme. Oh my God, it's just so good, Joanna. I know you have your own business, but I wouldn't tell you to blow money unless it was really worth it. If you can get a great deal on Disney Cruise Line, I would say definitely go with your family on it because you are going to have an excellent time. But you will be paying a lot more money, a lot more than any other cruise line. But you're still going to have fun like a Norwegian or Royal Caribbean. You're still going to have tons of things to do if you have a family or whatnot. I don't know. And you'll have a good time. But Disney just does everything just that much better. The room was twice the size of any cruise ship we'd ever been on. It was massive. You had a room divider where you had a whole nother couch over here with it would fold out into a bed with its own TV. Plus you had a TV over here where the main bed was. You had 2 bathrooms in it. So one bathroom had a toilet and a sink. The other bathroom had the shower and a sink. So 2 people could get ready at one time. This room was bigger than I'd ever seen, and it was just an ocean view cabin. Disney just does it better. Everything is better. You had free pretzels, free Cokes as much as you want. Everything was free. Where every other cruise ship, you have to pay for those things. And the rooms are much smaller. Only felt the shock. Yeah. The worst cruise waves I've ever been through. We were on the Celebrity Solstice, and we were just off the coast of, where were we? Off Cozumel, Mexico. And just south of us, they had a hurricane that blew into Honduras. Well, obviously from Honduras to Mexico was pretty close, and maybe a couple 100 miles. Well, we had the seas. We felt the seas from the edge of the hurricane. It was a bad thunderstorm. It blew up into like a category 1 or 2 hurricane overnight, and it went into them. But they really didn't announce it over the TV, and it blew in. So we had all the ripples and the waves from the way up here, and we had like 22-foot seas. So the boat was doing this the entire time that night. It was pretty crazy, but that was the worst we ever had. My wife got pretty sick, but that was about it. She was starting to throw up, but like nobody was in the dining room or anything. I was fine though. As long as I kept moving, I was fine. But it literally is walking up a stairs and downstairs when you walk through the hallway. When it goes up, you feel like you're walking up a treadmill, and then when it goes down, you start walking really fast. It's really crazy when on the ships are doing that. Aussie made good. I have never tried their stuff. Chemical Guys, Adams. Adams is way better. Brian, what's up, Brian? Thank you so much for the $1 donation, Brian. I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'll be putting it towards buying more products. Again, anytime I get donations from you guys, I just put it all in the bank and the thing, and then I just buy the products with that, especially if I get it like I just transfer it all and I just pay my products with that, especially when I order online. That's how I use a lot of the money that you guys have ever donated. So anytime I buy online, I just transfer it over, and that's how I do it. What kind of music deal is it to? I like a little bit of electronic music, rap music, some pop music, just a little bit of general stuff like that. What's up, Forrest? How you doing, man? We paid $2,370 for a Deck 10 cabin on the Magic after taxes exclusive. Was that a balcony or was that a suite at that level? Because a balcony on Carnival, you should be able to get it for around $799, maybe a little bit less, depending on it, and going from there. Sometimes I've seen balconies, I've gotten them as low as $600 and change for a balcony. Maybe it was an older Carnival ship or whatever, but I've gotten balconies for $600 and something. And for both of us, we only paid like $1,300. It was dirt cheap. You might not. Here's the deal. With Western Caribbean, it's cheaper. Not as many people want to go to like Mexico and stuff as they do when they want to go to like the Virgin Islands or St. Thomas and all that stuff. So the Western Caribbean is always cheaper. So if you go on like a Carnival to Western Caribbean, you can get like balconies if you order it ahead of time, like a $599, dirt cheap for a balcony. It just depends on what you do. Where the exact same itinerary with Disney would be $1,799, and you'll be like, "What? $1,100 more than Carnival? $1,100? I could do another whole cruise with that much money." It's just nuts when you think about it like that. What's up, Jared? How you doing, buddy? Trying to get the washer pressure. What do you washer? You mean a pressure washer? PSI, probably about an 1,800 PSI or above should do you just fine, buddy. Ryobi would be good. There's some other smaller brands, but Ryobi is a pretty solid bet. Brian with another $2, man. Thanks so much, dude. Yeah, balcony. I'll give you an example. Shift Light. We just bought our cruise, obviously, for Norway, the Norwegian Escape. So Norwegian, it was built like 2 years ago, so it's a relatively new cruise ship. And we have a balcony. It was $799 a person for 7 days. It just to give you an idea. For all 3 of us, it was $2,300 or $2,400. It was somewhere around there, $2,300, $2,400. We got a killer deal on it. And that's generally what it came out to, just giving you a heads up of how much we actually spent for all 3 of us on a balcony with to Bermuda. So Definitely stoked him on that. Alex and Chad, have you? My name is Chad, not Aaron. Or are you talking to two different people? Alex, my name is Chad, by the way. Have you ever rented out an exotic car? No, never rented one. With Eastern, Eastern's always more expensive. Shift light for sure. Have you ever tried new finish paste wax? I have not, man. I have not. I heard it's decent product, but I've never tried it. I've just tried their car wash, and the car wash was pretty good. Do you have a balcony party before you got married? My younger bro is getting married and thinking about doing one. No, I was in Jacksonville, Florida. That's where the wedding was held. It was actually held in St. Augustine at a country club in St. Augustine, St. John's Golf and Country Club in St. Augustine. And I went out with my friends. One I knew from work, and the other one was like a best friend I'd known for ever since I was like in 9th grade. And we went out to the beaches and Jacksonville beaches, and we went out to the clubs in Jack's Beach. Brian, $2 more, man. You're just throwing money, son. Should I take off my shirt? Oh, I'm sorry, Joanna. I don't want to take off my shirt for you guys, but I might have to take off my shirt here for Brian. Normally, I don't swing that way, but if Brian keeps throwing these money, I'm going to start taking off some shirts around here. You know what I'm saying? It's the way it's going to go down. Hey, to Ben, have a good night. Puda Panda, thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. Jared, just saw your video. Someone using McGuire Fast Finish on the interior. Fast Finish on interior. I have not tried it on the interior, buddy. I've only used it on the exterior of my car, and that stuff is excellent. It's basically a spray-on sealant. It is really, really good. Highly recommended product. If you can still find it, pick it up. Walmart stopped carrying it, but other places do carry it still. You just can't get it at Walmart anymore. It's about $14 or $15, but it's really, really good as a spray-on sealant. You can literally essentially seal your car in like 15 minutes. You just spray it on the thing and just wipe it. It's so fast. It's so easy, and it works great. Oh my gosh, man. I'm like having to give me a breather here real quick, guys, now because you guys were like writing so fast, having to answer everything. My son is like, must be wired up on some cocaine right now. He is just going way downstairs. I don't know what he is watching right now, but he is hyped up. And he's one of those kids where you give him like a fruit drink or anything like that, like sugar, he will be wired. I mean, wired out of your mind. Like you guys always hear about the parents that are like, don't give him sugar, don't give him sugar. Basically, that's what's going on right now. He must have got something. He is absolutely wired right now. Clay bar, clay mitt. I like the clay mitts more. You can use them a lot more times. If you were to accidentally drop it on the ground, you just pick it up and wash it off. Where a clay bar, you're going to have to throw that part away because you don't want to have any of those little pebbles or anything picking up off the ground and then putting it on your car again. I like it so much better. Sonex Polymer Net Shield totally beats Fast Finish. I have not tried it before, so I do not know. I love the Fast Finish though. It's really good. Rev Automotive. So if you guys haven't, I know Rev Automotive is a small company, but if you were willing to try like a spray-on sealant, definitely get their Neo Armor. I'm pretty sure it comes with the clay block, so you get to decontaminate your car at the same time you're putting a spray-on sealant on. It is excellent. Works really good. So you can make your paint really nice and smooth and clean again with the same time you're putting on a spray-on sealant. It is excellent. One of his best products that he puts out. Highly recommended. If you don't know, it's like I said, it's a smaller company called Rev Automotive. Highly recommended. Go check him out. Have you ever tried Geon? No, I have not. No, I have not. When I was going to go buy the ceramic coating, I was going to buy CarPro or Geon, and I had more. And when I put it up on my Facebook page, a lot more people wanted CarPro than they wanted Geon. So, and my European subscribers told me CarPro is very big over there, and I should definitely try them because what you do is you want something that more people are going to watch, for one. And two, as a YouTuber, you want to reach out to more people. And let's say, okay, well, maybe if I put out CarPro videos, maybe some more Europeans will find my channel. Now, obviously, YouTube kind of stays with the language you're speaking. And obviously, I speak, English. So I reach a lot of people from like England and stuff like that. But I don't reach as many people like obviously mainland Europe because of the fact that the language barrier. F11, I've never tried it before, so I don't know. Geon Wet Coat is one of the best spray and wash off sealants. Again, I don't know, Forrest. I have no idea. But I would challenge you to pick up a bottle of Rev Automotive's Neo Armor and give them a shot. 303 Protectants is awesome on the interior. Most things I've tried from 303 are just stellar. Very top quality products, especially the aerospace protectant. I use it all. I use it all the time on my like the door jams, like the seals around your doors and stuff like that. It's full UV. I use it on the interiors. I've used there. You'll see in tomorrow's video the 303 brand new part for 2018. It's their tire and rubber cleaner. That will be out. It worked really good. It got all that just old, nasty tire dressing stuff off really good. I have used their fabric guard. If you guys got to see my Instagram today, their fabric guard is stellar. Awesome. Definitely high rated. Fuso is holding up very well, Aaron. Again, that car is over there and outside of Tampa right now, finishing up the 5-speed swap. It's almost done. I can't wait to pick it up. He said he's going to try and wrap most of it up tomorrow. He's going to clean up all the wires tomorrow. I guess he was waiting on a bracket. There was some bracket for the transmission that it didn't come with, because remember I bought a used transmission and it didn't have it. So he had to order one in, and he was hoping it was going to come in yesterday, and I guess it didn't come in. So he's hoping that it'll be there tomorrow so he can install it. But he said basically he's starting to wrap up everything, and while he was waiting, he was cleaning up a bunch of other stuff, and that's basically what he's been doing. Cleaning up some rust on there, cleaning up bolts and stuff like that, interior. So, he's just taking care of some other stuff. Aaron, thanks so much, man. Thank you. I'm the mom. I am a mother. I'm a stay-at-home mom. Thanks so much, Aaron. I appreciate that. I tried a car wash from Dollar Tree because it was surprisingly thick and slick, and slide works amazing. What is 4 ounces? 4 ounces in the foam cannon. It's amazing. Sweet, Brian. Good info right there, buddy. Maybe one of these days I'll pick it up then and try it out. We'll see. A Dollar Tree is not far. It's so funny. Like right down the street from me, here's how it works. There's a Dollar General across the street, and then you have Dollar Tree, and what's the other one that's General Dollar? Literally, they're right side by side like this, and Dollar General is across the street. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Within 500 feet, you have 3 of those dollar things right within each other. One is right across the street. You come over here, and then you go right next door is the other one. And I'm like, why? Why? It's just really crazy. It's orange wash and wax because they have a really watery one that's red. Yeah, I would not want a watery one at all. You know me, for sure. Oh, Brian went to bed. Brian, no, Brian, you were throwing dollar bills and $2 bills at me. You guys have ever seen $2 bills? I have about 5 or 10 of those things. Those $2 bills, they're rare. They still make them, and you can go to the banks and ask for them, but they're pretty cool to see the $2 bills. I'm sure some people are like, they make $2 bills? Yes, they make $2 bills. But with today's digital society, everybody just uses their debit cards and credit cards, which I use a lot most of the time. Oh, here's Captain Wired right here. He's going to drive me nuts. See him? He just got his haircut today at Disney World, so he's getting ready. So his hair's nice and short. I'm not going downstairs. Don't even ask. See what he likes to do. He likes to drag me downstairs. And I'm like, nope. So yeah, he just got his haircut, so it's nice and short now, getting him ready for the vacation cruise. To have your haircut at Disney World, you've got to book it like a month ahead of time. So we had to book it way in advance to make sure it was done. Have a good night, Jared. Thanks so much for swinging by. I really do appreciate it. Indiana. I've been through there several times. What do you got? You got a little race car, man? What do you got? That's a rock. Why are you stealing the neighbor's rock for? My son is a thief. I just want you all to know he stole this rock out of their garden. My son steals from old people. And he's proud about it. He's trying to show you guys. See, his hand's up in the air. He's actually trying to show you guys that he's a thief. Yeah, you're a thief. What? Show everybody. Come say hi to everybody. Come say hi to everybody. You stink. You need a new diaper. You stink. You stink. Ugh. Can you wax your car too much? You can definitely put too many layers on it. I don't know if you'd wax too much, but you definitely have a lot of layers on there. So you might want to go ahead and strip it down sometime. You need a new diaper so bad. You stink so bad. Don't laugh about that. You stink. You stink. You need a new diaper really, really bad. What are you doing? That's the foam gun. What are you doing with the foam gun? That was some fun. I'm still here, by the way. Just tired. No, I understand, buddy. I understand. Don't worry about it. Why are you scared of the foam gun? You're the one that picked it up. I'm like holding it, and he's like, ah. It's funny. Favorite air freshener. The ones that lasted me the longest are going to be your Meguiar's and your Turtle Wax. Both of those lasted me about 2 to 3 months before the set totally faded out. Highly recommended. Either one of them will do you really good. If you just want something that's going to last you like a week, you can pick up one of these, because then again, with the bottle, I mean, look, I've been spraying this in the house, okay, the JDM scent. My house smells like JDM right now. And this stuff, You put a couple of sprays around like a week and you'll be fine. And then it'll wear off. You put a couple more sprays in. And if I buy one of these, it's going to last you for months. But, you know, just kind of got to go with what you really want to do. The odor eliminator stuff like this McGuire's one and Turtle Wax ones, they lasted me for months. And they definitely kill any odor that's in there. What? What? You want the foam gun? Here you go. He's playing with the foam gun over here. Oh, you guys can see it. What do you think about a lease program? Okay, I don't like to lease cars, and here's why. I keep my cars for a very long time. I also like to, if I want to sell the car, it's mine, so I can sell it. And after I paid on it for years, I want that car to be mine, physically own it. If I don't ever want to sell the car, I'm not giving it back to you. If I want to sell the car, now all that money I've invested, at least I'm going to get a portion of that back when I invest it into the next car. Essentially, what I did with the 370Z, I paid it off. It was a 5-year car loan for the 370. I paid it off in 3 years, exactly to the date. I paid 3 years off. And then a year later is when I bought my GTR. So for an entire year, I had no car payment. And the next year, I sold my 370Z outright, and I put cash with it, and I had a monster down payment towards the GTR, which helped keep my payments to a reasonable $736 a month. And I know people are like having heart attacks right now, but $736 is about average anymore on an SUV. SUVs are getting very expensive. So that's the way I saw it. I got a GTR, and I'm happy about it. Where if I had a lease, I don't have any equity in that. That's not my vehicle. I'm renting that car, and it's never going to be mine. The same with buying a home. We bought this house as soon as we got married. Literally signed the papers before we actually said I do. The house was ours. And we moved in like a month later when all the, you go through all the paperwork for the housing and all that stuff and inspections and this, that, and the other. But we had already signed on the house that we were agreeing to buy it a month before we got married. So, it's the way it goes. So I don't personally like renting or leasing a car. I like to own it myself. Like my game plan is to have the GTR paid off in less than 2 years. So, I'll have it paid off in 3 years or less from the original date I bought the Nissan GTR. But then after that, it's just, I'm never going to get rid of the GTR. I have zero desire to ever get rid of it. It was a dream car for me, so I'll never get rid of it. It'll just sit in the garage. But the thing is, if something were to ever happen, let's say something tragic was to happen to her, I could sell the car and get a lot of that money that I've already put into it back and then put it towards other things that I need. Where a lease, I wouldn't get anything off it. Hey, Chad, keep up the great content. Been helping with product line since 2014. I'm also in Florida from Fort Lauderdale, but in Orlando for school, looking for Patterson's Car Care from YouTube. I saw him. If you know a guy named Do It With Dan, he rides motorcycles. He has I think he's like 1 million subscribers now. Anyways, I knew him when he was a way smaller YouTube channel. He blew up out of nowhere. My son is wired. Now he's just running the boxes. But anyways, I saw his video where he was washing Dan's new GTR, and the video alone didn't do much for me. I was just kind of like, that's it. That's all there is to it. You already have a cookie. You're not going to get another one. Don't you start. See this? He's at the age now where he's starting to be a little wow boy, and I'm going to put up with that. Maybe in the future, Russell, I'll do it, but right now I have no desire to pick up any of their stuff. Are you in UCF? Is that where you went on the other side of town? I was born in Fort Lauderdale, by the way, Russell. So I know the area. And then I lived in Hollywood back in the 80s until my parents moved to North Florida in 1989. I left my trunk open and a cat peed in the trunk. I can't get the smell out. Jacob, try one of those odor eliminator car things that I showed you in the videos. Try one of those. Literally, set that sucker off, shut the trunk, and don't do anything else to it. Not lying to you. You will be impressed. If you haven't tried cleaning it with a carpet cleaner first, after that, set the thing off, shut the trunk, and be done with it. And just let it sit in there and just be like, I'm done. It's just going to sit in there, open it up, then air the sucker out the next day or whatever. If you have a garage, obviously. But if you don't, just let it air it out. Or don't air it out, whatever you want to do. But I'm telling you, you will notice a huge difference. You don't need another cookie. You're going to get fat. Don't give me that look. Don't give me that look. Unless you make $1 million, those girls don't want fat boys. Okay? That's real talk. That's real talk. No girls want a big old fat boy unless you're making $1 million a year. Then they suddenly, he is the sweetest thing in the world. Oh my God, he's so cute. No, he makes a lot of money. It's the only reason you like him. Do you plan to modify the GTR? Right now it has an exhaust on it, but I want to pay the GTR off first. Paying it off is number one. Makes sense. I got bored with my car so quick. Exactly. I mean, I would like, but see, the thing is, Tyler, if you'd already had the car paid off and then you got bored with it, now you have a monster down payment to the next car. Now all you got to do is pay off the difference. And then you can always upgrade like I did, upgrade to the next car. Before you know it, you're in this really high-end car with a smaller car price. So understand it that way, Tyler. Maintenance has been fine. The only thing I've had to do, Pablo, is the oil change. Hey, I'm trying to live stream here. You're killing my live stream, bro. You're being really rude right now. But the only thing I have to do is oil change on it at 30,000 miles. I did the oil change just recently. But then again, Pablo, I don't drive that car very often. It only has 31,000 miles on it. So I've only driven it 3,600 miles since I bought the car last January. I don't drive it a lot because I have 2 motorcycles and I have 2 other cars. So it's not that bad. But be aware, if you do decide to buy one, the brakes and rotors are very expensive. Even the aftermarket ones that are just as good as OEM, they're going to set you back about $1,800. Okay? Stop. He likes to tear things. I don't know what his obsession is with tearing things. What do you think of paint protection film? You talking about like a clear bra? Because my 370Z had a clear bra on it. And it was really, really good. It helped out with rock chips a lot. You should do a Lucas Slick Mist versus Mother's. Well, I might be able to work on that for you. Serious. I might be able to work on that. Ozone machine works quite well for odor eliminator. What's wrong with you? Don't you give me that tired stuff. You slept a lot. Jacob smiles. Are you booty or a little man? What's wrong with you? I don't know what he's talking about. Keep PewDiePie children in the room, Cody. Besides all the videos, what's your #1 waxes and details? Oh man, there's a lot of good stuff. That's the problem. That's why I did the stuff. I have some good waxes that you can get, or like your McGuire's Ultimate. McGuire's Gold Class is great, but you have to wait for those to haze up. I like stuff like your Chemical Guys Butter Wet Wax, your Masterson's Wax. Those as soon as you apply them, you can wipe them off immediately. They don't have to sit there. I love Pinnacle Sovereign. It's a very high-end pure carnauba wax. Like it's white carnauba. It's very high-end. It's expensive. But it is, oh my God, it's stellar. You get it from AutoGeek, but it's very expensive, but you pay to play. It's literally, you can see the difference. You don't have to let it, as soon as you apply it, you just take it off. Dude, you need to get a new diaper. Guys, if you can excuse me for like 2 or 3 minutes, let me change his diaper. He just standing near me, you stink. So let me go change his diaper real quick, and then I'll be right back. If anybody comes in, please let them know where I'm going. I'll be right back. So forgive me. You stink. Let's get you a new diaper. No, don't make me change. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Why are you such a wall? Why are you such a wall? Yeah. Yes. Whoa, is your car? Bubble Gummy is on it. And Mama. Ooh, Sneaky Boy. What are you rubbing your eyes for? No. Wrong foot. Go over here. What are you tired for? Here we go. Oh, I'm coming back. I'm coming back. Sorry, y'all. I'm coming. That's what she said. Sorry about that. My apologies. I know people are probably like, where did he go? All right, I took care of everything. He was a stinky little boy. You know, Tyler, you can't cheat, especially when it's like permanently in the log. You can't cheat like that. You can't do that. My parents were both teachers. My dad was actually a school principal and then went on to teach college. So you definitely can't cheat like that. Tell Owen our deal telling him to pull up to DC. I don't know what you guys are talking about, man. Pollen sucks. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I had to go take my son's diaper, and I picked up some Pringles from downstairs. Pringles for the win. Yeah, dude, the pollen was really bad here a couple weeks ago, like a month or two ago, but the pollen's all back. They're like all the leaves are full green here again. Thank you very much for the nice compliment about the table, Jacob. You want to see something cool about this table that other tables don't have? Check that out, Jacob. Does that table make you feel just a little bit cooler now? So you can sit there and eat whatever you want on it, and then you just kind of pick it up and pull it back down. So for Jacob, enjoy the party. See? Pretty damn cool table, isn't it, Jacob? Now you think it's a lot better, huh? Yeah, I was like, I want that when I saw it. I was like, I've got to have it. Yep. Now, I would live in South Florida any day over Orlando, buddy. Orlando is changing, especially down here in Kissimmee. It's definitely not the same anymore, man. It's like living in a third world country down here. I'm ready to get out of Kissimmee so fast. Algae in your cars? Ew, dude. That sucks. Probably because you have so much rain up there. That's the only thing I can think of. WD-40 on paint. Jobs to remove paint transfer. Probably you could just use a clay bar to remove like spray paint. You could probably just use the clay bar. Yeah, you don't want to get caught, dude. That's automatic detention, if not suspension. You don't really want to be playing with that, bro. FaZe, I really do appreciate that. Again, we do this as a hobby. We do this for fun. We get to test all kinds of stuff out here on the channel, and we actually just have a lot of fun. Again, this is just kind of like the Sunday night chill night for you guys. Again, I still have to be a dad. Think of me as a stay-at-home dad, but I still have to work a regular job. It's just that my job doesn't start until the afternoon/evening. That's when my job starts. So I can make videos all during the weekdays, during the mornings and the afternoons. So it still gives me a chance to make videos, but during the evenings I have to go into work. And that's how we do our schedule, so we don't have to have a babysitter. And that's the way it gets done. My son is going bonkers downstairs. Where'd you get that? I think we got it at Ashley Home Furniture. Hey, it was Ashley Home Furniture. I think it was like $300 or something for it. But it's so cool. It has like drawers and everything in it, and then that thing comes up. It's a great way for you to put your protection items in there. Let's just say, if you know what I'm talking about, protection items. It's a good place to put them down there and hide them away from people. They don't know it's there. Just saying. I appreciate that, Cyrus. You know, again, I started this out as just like a little fun channel, not big deal. And I still think of it that way. I still think of this as just a goofy channel for us to hang out with. And I get to test out a bunch of products. I've been blessed by having so many companies now contact me to send me stuff. And I'm always open to companies sending me stuff, even the small companies. Because many times the small companies are a lot better than the big companies. And I've had so many opportunities come up because of it. I've been to Turtle Wax's headquarters in Chicago, Illinois, or suburbs of Chicago. I've been invited to 303 Products headquarters. I've been invited to Stoner Car Care headquarters up in Pennsylvania. I have been told to other places they can send me places for free. I have been told by Masterson's Car Care I can get into SEMA for free. no questions asked. You know, SEMA, big SEMA out every November. He said, I'll get you into SEMA in Las Vegas for free on me. I've had possible offers to go into race car tracks with Stoner Car Care, because Stoner Car Care has 2 race cars that they race. He said, I can get you into any race you want to go to with us. I mean, the things that just came out of just having a fun channel and not having to worry like, oh my God, did I not make $10,000 this month? How am I going to pay my bills from YouTube? I don't have to be that way. It's nice. If any money comes in from YouTube, I can use it to buy more car products, to do whatever. I don't have to worry about it that, oh my God, I didn't make any money from this much money from YouTube like I thought I was. And now how am I going to pay my bills? I don't have to do that. I don't have to make clickbait videos. I don't have to do anything. I can just make regular straightened things and just have a fun hanging out with you guys. And that's why I really just enjoy the channel. I think sometimes it's turning into a part-time job, at least just like a part-time job, but it's a part-time job that I can enjoy. And because I'm getting to hang with, do things that I want to do on my own schedule. So I get to wash my cars and do whatever I want on my own schedule. I don't have to be there at a certain time in the morning. I don't have to log out at a certain time of the day. I don't have to do any of that. It's whenever I want to do it, as long as I have videos out every week. That's all I have to do. It's great. So I really do appreciate that. And I see so many people sharing my videos. I have people from work now that I don't ever talk to that come up to me and said, I heard you had a YouTube channel. I'm like, yeah, I've got a YouTube channel. I swear I'm getting more and more of that. Even management team is coming up to me. The managers that are like, I heard you got a YouTube channel. I'm like, yep, I do. And so word is just spreading by mouth, and that's great. Again, this month alone has been the biggest amount of subscriber growth I've ever seen. It's like 1,136 as of today in 1 month, 1,100 subscribers. I've never seen anything growth like that. And so I've just been blessed all around, and I'm so thankful for it. So that's why I do these little hangouts with you guys. It's nothing serious. You guys can ask what you want. That's how we got off on a cruise subject, because I'll tell you whatever. We'll do the best we can. I'm no Larry. I'm no Mike Phillips. I'm none of those high-end guys. I'll just give you what knowledge I do know, and that's how I'll do it. Yes, America. America, son. Tyler, it's all about that down here. Don't worry about it, Brian. I know who the person is. I don't pay attention to that, Brian. I saw your message. That person, I literally banned them from my YouTube channel because they were just coming in here, just spamming and all kinds of garbage and going into my comment section, just going off about me in my comment section. I straight up banned him. I literally went in there and blocked his entire channel. And I guarantee he's probably one of the ones that goes on to one of his other accounts and down thumbs every one of my videos, but I just don't care. I will not have that kind of harassment in my channel. I will not have vulgarity in my channel, nothing. They're gone immediately. Any of that kind of stuff happens in my comment section. I don't even respond to the comments. I go into their thing and I block them, and I get rid of the negativity. I get rid of it. Not everything in life is going to go your way, but acting like that is not going to have you become a YouTube channel overnight. You'll never get anywhere that way. And that's just the way I see it. If people like you, they like you. If they don't, they don't. I'm not, all these like crazy kids on YouTube, they have 10 million subscribers. It's just not me. If they like me, they like me. They don't, we don't. We just have fun while we're doing this. CB, about using the regular foam cannon from Walmart, I would definitely use it every single time. No questions asked. As long as it kept working, I would. What I do recommend, though, is whenever you finally, it runs out of the soap in the bottom and it just starts shooting water, let it run water through there 30 to 60 seconds to really flush out any water that happens to be in there or anything like that, to really make sure it's just cleaned out, and then put it back on a shelf inside your garage somewhere. And honestly, that'll last you for probably years, to tell you the truth. I had somebody from Chemical Guys come into my Chemical Guys foam cannon comparison video, and he said, well, ours is going to last way longer. And I said, honestly, your foam cannon, and not to tell you wrong, I said, but it's basically identical to theirs. They both use brass, and as long as they're cleaned up properly, I said, they're probably both going to last for many years. I said, I've had your product 3.5 years, no problem. Other than the knob was a little bit loose. But I said, other than that, I said, they works fine. And I don't understand what these people do. They must throw their foam guns around. They must throw their foam cannons around, and that's why they break. I treat my stuff with utter respect, and everything, as soon as it gets cleaned out, it gets put up on the shelf, and that's where it sits until the next time I need it. So that's why that thing is over 3 years old, and it works perfectly. The same with my torque foam gun. The sticker's starting to wear off on the torque foam cannon, but that's it. It works just fine. You know what I mean? Links. Look into a Stoner Car Care product you can pick up like Advanced Auto Parts or AutoZone. It's from Stoner Car Care called Tarminator. Tarminator. I know it's a really weird word. Tarminator. That stuff is really good at getting rid of sap and stuff like that. Try never park underneath trees if you can possibly help it. Don't park underneath trees because you'll get that sap on it. It's a pain in the ass to get sap off. But as soon as you see it, you need to get it off. But go buy a can of that Tarminator as soon as you can. I think it comes in green. The can will be green. Pick it up. It's really good stuff. Pimp C talking about his rap. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm still about that Tupac lifestyle. You know what I mean? That Tupac and that Master P. That's out when I was a teenager. All those days, and I was still a teenager. It was good times. Yeah, Junior, I'll always tell you the truth. You know, I'll tell you that I'm the sexiest person on YouTube right now. I am by far the sexiest person on YouTube. Thank you so much, Junior. Do you have a Costco in your area? Yeah, I do have Costco. It's up in Orlando off of OBT, but I don't have a Costco card. I only have a Sam's Club card. Jacob, don't go crazy with spending money. Just find out the good products that you like and stick with the good products. I am eating Pringles. Ranch Pringles, as a matter of fact. See? Ranch Pringles. I love ranch flavor. That's just me. I'm so old school now. To set you back, I'm so old school. I remember when Doritos came out with ranch Doritos in the 80s. Okay? Ranch Doritos are amazing. This is what I used to do as a kid with Doritos and stuff like that, ranch stuff. Just literally lick off the flavor off of those suckers before I'd ever eat the actual chip. It was great. That's what I normally did. But I still remember I love ranch. Ranch Fritos, ranch Pringles, ranch Doritos. I love it all. No, I don't speak Spanish. I live in Puerto Rico. I mean, Kissimmee, Florida, but I don't speak Spanish. I was born in Florida, so no speak Spanish. Wow. No, Cody, if you understand, Kissimmee, Florida is 70% Hispanic. 70%. Almost the majority of all those is Puerto Ricans, either from New York, New Jersey, or mainland Puerto Rico. They all come to Kissimmee. Literally, I have been on cruises, and this is true, where we stop in San Juan, Puerto Rico, and they say, "Oh, where are you from?" I said, "Florida." I said, "I'm from Kissimmee." I said, and this is exactly the way I say it. I said, "I'm from Kissimmee, Florida." They're like, "Oh," I said, "I bet you have family in Kissimmee, don't you?" "Yes, we do. We have my aunt and uncle lives in Kissimmee." I'm like, "I know it." Kissimmee is like one of the biggest Puerto Rican populations, concentrated Puerto Rican population outside of, let's say, Puerto Rico itself. I think now there's more Puerto Ricans now living in here versus even New York. It's crazy how many Puerto Ricans live in Florida, and mainly just all the Kissimmee, Orlando area. Your cousin lives in Florida. Okay, there they go. Puerto Ricans are not illegal. Puerto Rico is it's a territory of the United States. The United States owns Puerto Rico, so they're not illegals. I haven't had Pringles in 3 years. Well, you better go buy something then. I haven't tried to clay speed bet just because of the fact that I haven't had a chance to get to the GTR. I don't think it'll ever get voted in the 51st state. I think Puerto Rico is too many. They're so far in debt. They're like Greece from voting in too much free stuff. And this is true. You guys can look it up. So Puerto Rico's voted in lots and lots of like freebies. Everything should be free. Everything should be free. Like really heavily democratic. Like everything should be free. And because of that, they're taxing the living crap out of their people. Well, guess what happens? When you get taxed and taxed and taxed and taxed, you leave. So a lot of people are leaving. The rich people are leaving saying, deuces, I'm out. And they're going somewhere like to America where the taxes are way cheaper and everything's a lot cheaper. Well, what happens then when on the poor people? You're getting slammed with this amount of fees and taxes, and now they want out. So who's paying for everything when the rich are gone? Just the poor people are left with it all. And so because the debt, they're literally bankrupt. The government of Puerto Rico is bankrupt. That I don't see America ever voting them in the 51st state unless their bankroll is back to positive again. I don't see them ever voting them in. They might bid, but then it has to go to the government of the United States in order to allow that. So basically the island would vote if they want to become a 51st state of America or not. And then what happens is then it has to go to the government of the United States, and then they have a vote whether they want to allow them to be the 51st state of America. And I just don't see that happening with that much debt, because then America would suddenly be straddled with all that debt that the Puerto Rico has. So, because, oh, no, you're 51st state. Well, here's all my bills. Pay all my bills for me. You know, it's like having that rich baby's daddy. Here you go. Pay all my bills. You know, that kind of thing. And the United States doesn't want to deal with that right now. I can't blame them either, because it's like, whoa, keep your money over there. You know, all that stuff. So, again, that's all politics and stuff, but you can read up on it. Do I get along with them? I'd say I do. I mean, I don't like hang out with Puerto Ricans, but they're everywhere. Like half of my neighbors are like Spanish of some sort. Cubans are illegal unless they have their proper documentation. Yes, or they would be illegal. Like if they just ran across the border, which they can't, they would be illegal. Any bulk buy quick detailer you suggest? I think 303 sells the bulk detailer for you. Who else does? I don't know. You'd have to probably go online and buy the deals online. That would probably be the best deal for you right there. I'm pretty sure I've tried McGuire's Bug and Tar. Jacob, but go ahead and look up my channel and see if go back and search the videos. Adams would be a better choice for me. I would rather pick Adams over Chemical Guys any day of the week. You know what I mean? The white people with the ranch. The white people, right, Cody? Right? It's so good. I can't stop it. So what do you guys want to talk about right now? We're down to 22 people in here. It's a really slow evening, really quiet. You guys can talk about whatever you want, and we'll just chill. I haven't checked any of my messages today. I do need to go check my YouTube messages. I think we're right at 22,000 22,000 subscribers. Let me check my last subscriber base. I haven't checked it, honestly. Let me flick on that and look at it real quick. We're 8 subscribers away from 22,000. The growth has just been absolutely phenomenal. Every day, it just seems like I'm getting more and more. Well, get out of my face. More and more subscribers. Making money is all about working hard and hustling. I don't care how. You can't be lazy if you want to make money. You cannot be lazy. The only way you can be lazy and make money is off a scratch off or a lotto. You are going to have to work and work a lot. Nobody was going to give you anything for free. You can't just vote it in, be like, well, the president voted, I voted him in to get free stuff. That's not going to happen. They don't care about you. You are going to have to work hard for it. And if as long as you work for it, you will be successful. Take that money and then reinvest it into something else. Pay off all your debt with it really quick. Now you have money. All the money you're making is just piling up in your bank account because you have no more debt. Think about it like that. You know, my grandma, she grew up through the Great Depression back in the 30s. She told me from her first job on, she was saving money every single week. She told me how much. Back then, she was saving $5 a week. And $5 a week doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're only making, 40 cents an hour back then, I mean, $5 is a lot. So she said she saved it. Well, now literally she makes more money than my dad does off a pension because from all her investments that she invested over the years. So she sits pretty, has no money. She doesn't owe anything. She pays cash for any car she needs. And that's just the way she lives. Has zero debt. Like the roof needed to be redone last year. It was starting to leak a little bit, just starting to be old. It was like a 20-year-old roof. Paid cash for it. It was like no big deal. $10,000, here's a check, done. And that's the way she does it all. Everything is cash with her. So all this money that's coming in from all her investments every single month that she gets investments, she rolls it right back in and reinvests the money again. She doesn't spend it, only spends what she absolutely has to do on living essentials. Other than that, everything's paid for cash. And she was a big time harping on that when we were growing up. Save your money, save your money. You never know when it might happen again when you're completely broke. You know what I mean? And everybody losing their jobs and stuff like that, you won't have any money left. But if you have the money, you'll be fine. You'll be okay. Is there anything better than water in a spray bottle for cleaning tinted windows? Of course. Just make sure you get automotive glass cleaner of some type. Automotive glass cleaner is okay with glass tinting. Example, Stoner Car Care Invisible Glass. Amazing. It works perfectly for tinting. It actually says on the bottle. It's a very solid pickup product. So it's called Invisible Glass. It's made by Stoner Car Care. Amazing pickup. But honestly, any automotive brand glass cleaner is okay for tinted windows. No, Adam, I don't watch auto vlog. I'll probably hit 22,000 here in a couple hours. Literally, the other night I gained like 60 something subscribers, and then every day, like a couple days a week, I gained over 50 subscribers. The channel is just right now, and I'm like, I don't know why. I'm very happy and very thankful for it, but I'm just like, what changed where suddenly I went from making 300 or 400 subscribers a month to now over 1,000 subscribers a month? I've never seen anything like the growth. You know, my goal early in the beginning of the year was to hit 25,000 subscribers, maybe in a pipe dream, 30,000. Well, at this rate, I'm going to hit 25,000 subscribers by the end of the summer easily, and 30,000 by the fall. I mean, that's knock on wood. That'd be amazing. But I'm just like, what happened? You know, I'm enjoying the ride. Let's put it that way. You got to enjoy the ride while you can, because like a superstar, it will eventually fade out and die. YouTube is like this. The people blow up and then they suddenly start doing this. And then they start clawing at anything they can. They start making shock videos and all kinds of drama videos just to get views. Have you ever noticed that? You guys that watch a lot of YouTubers? I noticed that a lot over my time, that their channel starts to become stale and then they start losing some subscribers over time. So they start figuring out any way they can to gain people back. And then they start making like shock videos and drama videos, and you see the clickbait videos and everything just to get people to watch their stuff anymore. And you can start seeing, you're like, yep, your channel's starting to go downhill, man. And a lot of that's happened. So right now I'm on the ride up right now, and I'm just enjoying the ride. You know, thank God I don't have to worry about it as my main job. If like I say, any money comes in from YouTube, it just goes right back so I can buy more products. But I don't have to live off of that money like these guys do. Are like, oh my God, I didn't make enough views this month. I'm not going to make, how am I going to pay my rent? You know, I don't have to deal with that. That's right. Goal is to have no debt. You are 100% right about that. Now you know I pay so much extra on my car. I could be modding out my GTR with all the extra money right now, but I don't. I literally have been paying about $800 extra a month on my car, anywhere from $500 to $800 extra a month, depending on what money I have. So I've been doubling my car payment the last couple months. I could be putting that towards mods and mods and mods on the GTR, but mods won't make you any more money when you decide to sell your car later on. Having a car paid off and you have the title in your hand is the only thing that's going to get you anywhere. And then if you want, you can put that money on your car, or maybe you want to invest it in something like, you know, so that's going to make you money, or maybe buy another car with that money. It depends. Again, how many cars am I going to see on the street that can beat my GTR? So what's the point of dropping $5,000 or $10,000 in modifications to the GTR to make it that much faster when I'm already beating every car on the road? So you really start to get to that point like, okay, what's the point, you know? When you get to that, I mean, your Hondas and stuff, yeah, you're gonna have to pour money into, but a GTR, you really don't have to do too much to it. Diablo is a good thing about Diablo Junior is that you can, oh my God, it's concentrated. That's the word. It's concentrated. So you can make many bottles of product out of the one product. Masterson's has the same kind of thing, and that really makes it a lot easier when you can make a tons of product with it. I like that a lot. Today, 70%. Yeah, it's pretty high, Cody. I can tell you that right now, Cody. It is pretty high. It's sad, and that's why I'm telling you, stay away from the credit cards. If you at all can help us, we keep the credit cards for purchases online. Like when we bought the cruise, purchased it. Obviously, I used my credit card. The very next month, I'd already paid it off. Flight, plane tickets, anything we purchase from Amazon goes on the credit card. You try and pay it off the very next month. I'm telling you right now, don't get yourself tied up in it, because before you know it, you're going to owe $600 or $700 a month after you run up $10,000 in it. And now you're paying for another, apartment every month just because of credit card debt. Don't do it. Don't do it, man. I've been there when I was 21, 22. Don't ever do it. It sucks. It took me 3 years paid off. So I'll never do that again, and I've never have. What products will you personally use on a brand new vehicle? Oh, man, there's so many good products out there. Again, that's a hard choice right there. I really have recently liked the Limitless Car Care, solid company. Wax Scott's very solid company as well. I would buy from them all day long. You have to order online, but a lot of times they have, I think Limitless Car Care has a deal right now with $4 and change flat rate shipping. So you could buy 100 different bottles, and he's only going to charge you $4 for shipping. It's such a good deal you don't understand. Masterson's, what he does for his is if you spend more than $90 or $99, he gives you free shipping. So some companies have different deals, and you just kind of follow them and see. But right now, Limitless is amazing. Wax Gods is amazing. Masterson's is pretty good. You're going to get stuff like Meguiar's, Mothers. Those are good. Turtle Wax is decent. Turtle Wax is getting better. Are they up there with Meguiar's and Mothers yet? No, but they are damn sure getting closer every single year when I test their products, their new products. They're getting better and better and better. And that's all I expect from every single company that I try. I don't expect a $5 product to be good as a $10 product, unless you're a company that just is living off of their name and just making watered down garbage. No, the links, that's why we vacation all the time. I've been with my company for over 20 years now. July will be 21 years. I've been with them since I was in high school, and we travel as much as I can. I go on vacation several times a year. I go on vacation, and I'm home with my son all day long, so it really works out great. Could I make more if I took on a different job position at my job? Yeah, I could make a ton more money. I mean, a ton more money. But again, I would not be home with my son very much. I wouldn't be home a lot. When I was delivering, I wouldn't get home till about 9:30 every night, and I was making a ton of money, really good money. Okay, delivering, you can, if you hustle and deliver a lot, you can make over $100,000 a year, and that's with a high school diploma. Now I went to college, but you can have a high school diploma, deliver, but you'll be there all day long and all night long. But you can make over $100,000 a year, but you have absolutely no life. You'll be there 12, 13 hours every single day. And so you have no family time. So investing in yourself is true. You have to figure out what's more important to you. Do you have to pay bills for your family, or do you want to spend time with your family? That's why I say keep your bills down here and enjoy more family time, and go on these vacations, go on trips. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. I try my best to always everybody connect with everybody, CB, always. And I answer every question I can, possibly. Sometimes I can't. Obviously, I can't answer every question, but I'll do the best I can. And I enjoy hanging out with you guys. Even just chilling out with you guys on a Sunday night is fine. Obviously, I won't be doing it while I'm on vacation, but I will do it with you guys and hang out with you guys. Well, let's hope so, FaZe. I really do hope it's not too much of a roller coaster. I get that everybody gets big and then they die out. FaZe, I don't know. I get that your name could be from the video game team and you like the video game team, and that's why you call it FaZe. So I don't know. But, I understand, like, the video game, there's a video game, let's just say YouTubers over the past years. They got really big into Call of Duty, but then they faded out, and these guys had hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and they just faded out into non-existence. And they weren't willing to change with the times. Like, Call of Duty started dying out, and maybe people now are all about Fortnite and PUBG, as you well know if you guys are into video games. Those are the ones that people want to see a lot of because those are the hot games right now. Because they weren't willing to transition, maybe they were just getting tired of video games, their channel went back down again. And so it is a roller coaster. And then once they start going down, it's very hard to get it going back up again. I saw a little bit of going down there about a year or two ago. I saw it going down from what I was at one time, and I didn't know how to fix it. I was doing whatever I could. And then out of nowhere, it just started picking up again. And then it stayed at a decent rate going up. And then the last 3 or 4 months, it's going like this now. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what's changed, but I'm glad to see it. It's a lot of fun. Let's put it that way. Your GTR, do you ever apply sealant? I know you wax it. I don't wax the GTR monthly. I actually had Chemical Guys. Oh God, my brain. Jet Seal. I had Chemical Guys Jet Seal on there for about 13 months, and it was really good. Chemical Guys Jet Seal was great. You can go back and look at the video. Go ahead and check it out. It's about obviously a year-old video now. And go check it out. Really good product, really solid product. Highly recommended. And now it has a spray wax on there right now because obviously you guys keep seeing all the spray wax videos I do. So it's got a lot of spray wax on right now. I put spray wax on it recently. So if it gets rained on, it beats up real good. So that's the way it is. Yeah, credit cards are really only used when I know they're using thing. And that's the way, we use our credit cards, but we pay them off, or we keep very little money on the credit card. Our credit scores are outstanding because of it. I pay way extra on every bill we have, your cars, your house, everything. We don't pay minimum payments on. And we're always early. I pay everything early. I've already paid June's house payment. I already paid my wife's June payment for her student loans. Everything's paid a month or 2 out. We've already paid everything. We don't owe anything from till July. So when we go on vacation, I don't have to stress because all the money's been paid for. And be like, oh my God, are we going to make enough money with spending money on vacation? I don't have to worry about it. It's already done. Detailing brand, as was said before, I would highly recommend something like Limitless Car Care in New York. I would recommend Wax Gods. They're out of South Florida and Naples. These are 2 that are smaller companies. If you're willing to order online, you will have a great experience with either one of those. They have none of them are Slack products. All of them are very good. Cody, any of the spray stuff, Cody? Will not last as long, okay? Couple days to a week at max before you spray it and it's all gone. I spray this thing very liberally in there. I put Hillary Clinton amounts of liberal all over my carpet with this stuff. And it lasted about a week and a half before it was gone. And that's with Hillary Clinton amount of liberal all over this sucker. And, you know, but the ones you want that's going to last a long time is going to be the little air canister ones that you pop it and then turn the air conditioner on and recycle. Those are going to last you far longer. Okay, just let you know. Limitless, yes, you won't have any problem with Limitless car care and no problem with Wax Gods either. If you have a problem with it, you need to contact them and be like, what the hell? And you can come back and slap me in the face because both of them, oh my God, both of those companies are straight A+ products. Like Adams is an A product. I'd say Masterson's about A product, but Wax Gods and Limitless are A+ companies. A+. Every single product I've tried from either one of those are A+ companies. And that's why I like trying these smaller companies. When they say, hey, Chad, would you be willing to try our stuff? I'd love to try your stuff. And so when they send it to me, I don't expect much. We just try it and we go from there. Again, I tried. One of my subscribers sent me a Gator Detail bug off thing. Oh, my God. The bugs just fell off the car. It was amazing. And Gator Detail then after that saw the video. I didn't write them or anything. They saw my video on their product, contacted me and said, we'd like to send you a bunch more of our products. I said, if you can give me a couple months to clear out all the over-the-counter stuff first, I would be glad to try your products. So I can't wait to look forward to Gator Detail. And then once I tried it, like the Limitless and Wax Gods, I was like, oh my God, this stuff is amazing. And that's why I'm able to now tell you guys, some of these smaller companies work a lot harder to make the best products they can because they've got to live off of their small name in order to get big. So give those guys a shot. Again, Limitless Car Care has a deal right now, I think, where it's $4 and something shipping, flat rate. So no matter how many bottles you order, he's only going to charge you $4 and change for shipping. That's an amazing deal. And the same thing goes with Masterson's at a certain time. He'll do Masterson's sometimes does 30% off. And he'll do free shipping over whatever. The Wax Gods will do the shipping over a certain amount for free, or he'll do a flat rate shipping. That's why I say follow all these companies online, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, whatever, and then wait to see what they have. What does who work in? David Reyes. Who works on what? I don't really come across suspicious boxes. I've seen all kinds of stuff. I've seen lots of drugs come through. I've seen a lot of drugs come through. The police have to come up there and pick it up. They'll bring drug dogs up to the warehouse and do random checks of drug boxes. Seriously, they bring up drug dogs, and up near where they load like the air boxes that are going next to air and stuff, they'll have a drug dog sit next to that belt, and they'll just look at boxes. And if it looks kind of suspicious, they'll have him grab the box and they'll cut it open. So if the dog hits on a box, they'll pull the box off the conveyor belt, cut it open, and then inspect it. If there's nothing in it, they just retape up the box and put it back on the belt, send it along its merry way. But usually we know when the dog hits on something, that means that there's going to be drugs. So if the drug like that to it or whatever, they'll pull it off immediately. They'll pull it off that box as it's going by, and then they'll cut it open, and then they just take it back to their police car, and that's the way it goes. I mean, but they catch drugs all the time. All the time. When I was in Jacksonville, Florida's building, the police were up there at least once a week. At least once a week. Because it's one of the biggest hubs in the United States. And so many boxes go through there. And the dogs were always out there. Always catching drugs. You got to build that credit history. You are right about that, Furquan. You have to build it. Otherwise, you're not going to have it. I remember buying the GTR, and he came out, and I was like, can I see my credit score? Because, of course, I wanted him to see my credit score. And he's like, don't worry, you're more than approved. And I looked, and I was like, oh, yeah. It was one of those really high numbers. And I was like, oh, yeah, son. Same thing. I bought my little Honda Grom, and I paid it off. Well, when I came up with the score, I was like, holy crap. The score had even gotten even higher because I paid everything off really fast. And I showed payment history, paying cars and all that stuff, and I had zero debt. So they were like, oh, you're good.